And we're back, everybody. Always refresh.
Yeah, always refresh.
Sorry about that.
That's the way to do
Yeah,
it.
we restarted the internet
Yeah.
so that we'd stop dropping frames.
It'd be nice and solid now.
We have. We've had technical
Yeah.
issues lately that we didn't previously have.
Yeah, we've dropped 0 frames in 20 seconds.
Oh, good. That's a perfect rate. 0 frames forever now.
And sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, that's okay. We weren't gone long. So white played the most common move in Radjabov Jan, knight fd4. And then I have this opening thing. Bishop d7 is the most common move. Now,
That's what
knight
he
takes c6 is most common, and second most common is bishop g5.
Knight takes c6 would just be a symmetrical position, kind of.
Boring.
Yeah, that would be pretty boring.
Yeah, both players playing for a draw.
Is the internet king your ISP? Yeah.
All right, we got this Grunfeld here. Bishop b5, rook c8, queen d2. Traded on d4, queen d6.
Yeah.
The engine says rook b1, a move I barely understand.
Protect that bishop.
I mean, it's tough queen b4, but I don't care
Yeah.
about queen b4. Maybe I should care about it.
I care a little.
I
guess.
barely care about it.
I mean, usually black doesn't mind an endgame in a Grunfeld because he's got 2 against 1 on the queen side.
This seems like black is doing fine in Grunfeld-wise.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
All right, now we have a lot of
He
moves
did still
here.
play knight d5 anyway.
Knight d5, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight b6. And he's thinking here. The engine wants to play bishop takes knight, queen takes, knight a5, knight c6.
Yep.
I know in these variations it's common for white to sacrifice this pawn.
Yep, totally. That's totally true.
But if he doesn't want to sack the pawn, it's also very common for white to play knight a5 to
Yep.
c6 in this variation.
That's why Fabi waited for b5 to play knight d5. Because c6 is weak.
Yeah,
now.
now c6 is available for the knight.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, unfortunately, you have the three of us commentating. In this game, you want Svidler commentating. And in this game, you want Lako commentating. Lako's one of the world's leading authorities with white here.
Or you could just have MVL commentating both.
Bam!
Yeah.
Go MVL.
The Najdorf and the Grunfeld game.
That's true.
Seems like the thing to do.
MVL's playing right now. He's playing in some
Yeah.
some French league or some league. He's playing another French player.
He's pretty good. Oh, he did take it. It seems like that's the only move, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to sacrifice
Right.
this pawn.
Still, I couldn't find a way to do it
Yeah,
normal.
the knight wants to hop to c6.
Because taking on d5 hit the bishop anyway. So it's like,
I wonder if we've transposed into anything.
Probably,
there's
yeah.
15
Probably.
games with queen takes.
Would be less normally, I would imagine. With castle queen side.
Let's see. Knight b6, 17 games. Yeah, white almost always plays bishop takes b6.
And the knight a5, as you said.
Is almost every
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
sure
that
the
makes
players are
very
familiar
normal.
with this position. Probably
Yeah.
transposed from just playing knight d5 right away. As
Yep.
indicated.
Yeah, totally. Totally, probably. Maybe not, but probably. Still, though, not moving there.
Radjabov thinking in this theoretical
Radjabov's like,
position.
should I play bishop takes c6? Is that more drawish?
I wonder if this is Jan's preparation for World Championship in case there was a Catalan that he would play this way.
What's funny is he did kind of play the Catalan, did Magnus, but
Yeah.
he played like g3 early, like instead of c4. You know? Yeah, what about this one?
All right, he did play c5 as indicated, and then e4 as I espoused. Bishop f1.
Excellent, a great move, it said.
Rook f1.
Oh, I kind of thought it'd be king f1.
Let's see what the engine says. It says rook f1.
Huh? He knows what he's doing. Then the engine says g5 sack the knight to play e5, yeah. Because you can't defend the knight
I wonder
quickly
if there's
enough.
any games in this position. 0 games.
And still, it's still theory somehow. Well, maybe not. But it seems like they're still in their prep. Well, Faruja is. Hikaru's thought for about half an hour already, so he's not. He left his preparation probably with queen c2, like you said.
There's one game with bishop takes f6. which I don't understand.
To stop G5.
I understand
guess.
E4. Yeah. Takes. Okay.
Because now G5's the move.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently. Wow, this is... I mean, if Nakamura plays G5, which he has to, right?
Well, E5's annoying.
Then Ferrugia sacrifices and Nakamura doesn't know this? That's scary, you know?
Mm-hmm.
G5 and then your opponent instantly plays knight takes G5.
But Naka's good.
Yeah, that's true. Right. If it was me, I'd be really scared.
Naka's good at calculating and such.
I mean, I guess he could like move his queen here. Like queen F8 or something, you know. Maybe not passive, but whatever, you know.
I think he has to play G5.
Yeah. I wouldn't like bishop F6 then.
Well, queen F8, I can play E5.
It's still pinned.
Yeah, then if G5 I take and queen E4 threatens
yeah,
this.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
crushing.
H pawn,
That's crushing.
Yeah,
queen
strong.
E4 is a good move. So yeah, he has to play G5 then, right? There's no way
Yeah,
to
then
not...
Ferrugia will probably take with the knight.
I think he'll just instantly take because he's still in his prep. He hasn't even spent 5 minutes.
He should be in his prep if he has 155.
Yeah.
And also queen C2 is an unusual move, and he played it quickly. And C5 is the main move. So this has to be his prep.
Totally.
Because Nakamura plays this a lot with black.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is like the main thing to do with black. Play a Nimzo Indian, and then after queen C2, it's this DC bishop A6.
This guy said, does Hikaru want to draw or win?
Draw.
With those two options, he wants to win.
But he really doesn't want to lose.
He doesn't have any draws this tournament.
Right, crazy. He's the only one, right?
Ding hasn't moved after queen d6 in this topical Grunfeld. Knight a5, he played rook c it pretty quickly. Both players know this position, I would say.
Is it going to always hack the exchange?
Yeah, but White's going to play c4.
Whoa.
That's why we need Peter Leko here.
C4.
Yeah, Leko talks about these positions a lot.
In this position?
Yeah, he's had this position with White. Maybe even this exact position.
Black scores well here, huh? Black never loses and even wins some in the chess.com database.
Mm-hmm.
Or opening book.
Yeah, knight c6 is the most common move.
Yeah. The engine likes White barely. But it hardly means much in this position. I actually can't. It's physically impossible.
Hey, they did the symmetrical thing you said.
Yeah.
Knight takes. White has the smallest of advantages.
Alirez is moving fast because he's still in his opening prep.
Right, and Jan is still in his opening prep.
Yep.
Probably Timur knows the position too.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Even though he's taken some time, it seems like he should know this. And he's playing it right, so he's probably just making sure. You don't want to, like, play some weird thing because of the nerves of the candidates, you know. Oh, thank you, organic carrots.
Yeah, this is pretty equal position. White has the slightest of advantages because White's...
Yeah, Karpov would like White.
Yeah, I mean, Black has this nice d5 square. The rooks are going to come to the open files. a7 is weaker than a2.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
The main advantage for White. But knight d5 is a good square.
Yeah, he could play c4, right? That's not too weakening.
Well, it's Black's probably going to play knight
right.
d5 now.
But, okay, so knight d5.
Then bishop d2.
Oh, and then c4, e4 later.
Then
probably.
knight b6 stopping c4, and the knight can go to c4.
So knight a5
making the knight symmetrical.
Or knight b6, knight a5 for sure. Milk the funk.
Thank you for the sub.
See, that's what happens when you compliment us, organic carrots.
We had dinner last night with the Charlotte people, including Grandmaster Daniel Naroditsky. And Naroditsky said in 2 or 3 days he's flying to Madrid to be part of the chess.com team, commentating team. So you'll see Naroditsky commentating if you don't watch us.
Yeah, they're in town because they're all working at the Castle Chess camp.
Not because Karen's here. That's not why Danya's here. It's 'cause
Right,
of the
that's
Castle
just somehow
camp.
it's just you know, a coincidence. Thanks, Milk the Funk, or hey, Milk the Funk. How's it going? It's a trap.
Hey, all that stuff happened. G5, knight takes. Knight c6 pretty quickly.
Yep. Well, he expected the sacrifice, I guess. Doing great. Doing great. Right. More like.
The engine says this should end in a repetition.
What, Danny is a really good commentator too? Somebody take this guy's sub away.
It wants to play queen c1, which is a weird move.
Wow. What, knight c6 was the engine number 1 move?
cd4 is equal, it says.
Oh, okay.
Knight c6 is also equal.
Okay. So this could be out of his prep or not, depending on how much Ferrugia looked at this position.
Pia Cramling is commentating.
Yeah, Pia's good.
I'm gonna go up in a minute.
You know what you call it when Pia Cramling barks like a dog?
Too easy, come on.
I feel like I've heard the joke.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia Cramling.
Okay, yeah, I have heard the joke. I didn't quite get it. But before,
Wow, he
but-
played queen c1
Yeah.
quickly, so he
He's
is
still in his prep,
he's in
yeah.
his prep.
He's still in his prep, definitely.
The engine says this is like a forced draw. But I guess he has more prep.
Yeah.
I like the way he puts all his pieces on the first rank. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Two
Right.
knights, what else?
If only he could play bishop c1,
So
but his queen was on c1.
Wants to play e5 and queen f4 and Papa John's.
I mean, I'd be scared with black here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Hikaru's probably pretty confident. Like, he has good prep, and he knows this is going to equalize because it's a very solid variation for black. So he probably figures there's a way out of this, troubles on the king side.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a short day today. I think this game's going to be a repetition in less than 30 moves. And I think this game, they're going to find a repetition somehow.
Well, this game's just already over.
I don't think this game's going to go. I mean,
Yeah.
they can't draw in less than 40 moves, but they can find some repetition, I guess. Now, this is the game. I'm surprised Fabi's not blitzing moves out here, that he doesn't know rook c8. Because he's already used half an hour. Fabi blitzes it out when he has a secret illegal prep.
Hikaru has, people doing prep for him. You know, he's not the only one working on
Yeah,
his
they have a
opening
team
prep.
of people. All the players do. Yeah, I think the number one on his team for doing the most prep is Chesbay. I think she's doing the prep.
Yeah, well, when your team is Chesbay and Littlejohn, it's like...
That's the team, yeah.
It's a tough team, but, it's a ragtag bunch.
I asked Littlejohn why he was working with Hikaru, and he said, well, I'm Littlejohn, and Hikaru looks like Friar Tuck. So I was like, oh.
I asked him if they're going to keep working together. He said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was Littlejohn. Yeah.
All right. All right, maybe I'm confused. Well, rook f d1. Really nice centralization. That's Ding style. Solid. In the center.
All the games are pretty equal because good prep by all the players.
Yeah, she was fired out of a cannon into the sun.
Yeah, fired in quotes is correct.
Right.
Well, no, she's always been in the background there.
That's why it's in quotes.
Right.
Yeah.
Is e5 the move to protect the knight? Let's see. Which game
No.
is he talking about?
I guess e5 here to stop e5.
E5 here to
Yeah.
stop. Yeah. E5.
Would
That's
the
a
engine say
move.
terrible?
No, it
Oh.
says equal. It says I can play either d5 or bishop h4. Play queen g5 check. Or queen h6, I guess. Yeah, it says e5 is okay.
It also stops queen f4.
It says every move is like all zeros. This is all zeros. This is all zeros.
Probably because, white can get some, perpetual situation going eventually.
I don't think Hikaru's familiar with queen c1, so time for a long thing. Yeah, he's looking sideways like, wait, what did I prepare for this for now? What's my prep?
Yeah. Complicated stuff. I mean, this could be... This could end quickly, but it could also be like a barn burner. Hikaru has to defend it correctly.
Hikaru's looking at the ceiling for the right move.
This is good prep by Furusha, because it's really scary.
Yeah, so
Right. Hikaru does hate pawns in front of his king.
so what about the knight on f6? So what's going to happen here?
He's either going
Right.
to play e5, stopping e5, or he's going to play knight takes d4, ignoring e5.
Right. I mean, black is up a piece right now.
Mhm.
Right.
So he can like do stuff and lose the piece, and then if the stuff is good, then it's worth
After
it.
knight d4, the engine
Yeah.
wants to play queen f4,
Knight c2.
but
though.
I'm more interested in
Yeah.
e5.
Me too.
Then it says queen b7, black wins.
Queen e4 check.
Because
yeah.
queen e4 check's annoying.
Ooh.
And you can't play queen
Knight
e3 after that because
C2.
knight c2 wins the queen.
Nice.
You can't play king
No.
d2 because I said
Hold up,
so.
but can I take with the pawn and play bishop e3?
Take with the pawn. Queen g2
What?
resigns.
Knight f3. Knight f3.
Yeah, knight f3 is happening.
Ooh, didn't expect
Well,
that
this
one.
looks ridiculous.
That's pretty
for
bad,
white.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
pretty
see
bad.
any of that.
Looks
Yeah,
terrible.
queen b7 is a good defense there.
Right, so after knight takes, we have to play queen f4.
Now queen b7, bishop f6 is
Now
nonsense.
it says knight f5 is the best move.
I like that.
What
Yeah.
if I go here?
Right, I was afraid of that.
Oh, then it's winning. Well, I guess I can play rook takes knight if you do that. Then you resign.
Right, yeah, after king e2, there's no move.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't see rook takes knight. Now it says knight f5 only move equal.
Queen e5, or is it
The
just
engine
take
move is king e2, and I'm not kidding.
it? Right.
It's not a
Connect
joke.
the rooks. Yeah.
Yeah. King e2.
That seems okay.
Very suspicious.
Hmm.
Now
Yeah.
it says rook takes rook, and f3 is the engine move.
Wow.
So let's say I take like a normal person.
I don't like that.
Then you take with check. Then here, then rook e8 x clam.
Ooh. Wait.
Yeah, x clam.
Yeah, because if I take and play king d2, knight e4 is not great.
That wins a piece, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the king is trapped here.
hmm
And then if you do nothing, he'll just move his queen.
Yeah, the engine says you have to lose your queen.
Yeah, wow.
This is the engine line. Ugh. Wonder if that's still okay.
Yeah.
It's still winning.
Yeah, that's called a topple up
my,
right there.
my mouse slip wins. Yay.
I love when that happens. Oh, nice donkfish. He can get on my level here.
Interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
hmm Too interesting if you ask me.
Furusha should play rook h1 to prepare castling.
hmm Also,
That's
rook
good.
a1. Castle
Oh,
other
yeah.
one.
That's a good point.
All right, I'm going to go upstairs until the kids leave.
hmm
So I'll be gone for about 15 minutes.
Can you bring me back
Alright.
coffee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
USA. USA.
I remember Shifoni told us a story about when he mouse slipped the best move.
Was it all his moves mouse slips?
I forgot exactly. I think it was like I forgot. It might have even been like he meant to castle and he played king f1, but that was good. Something like that.
So he hasn't moved yet. Rapport.
Never move. Right. Rook c8
Fabi
still
hasn't
never
moved after
moves.
rook c8.
That's a little crazy.
Fabi out of prep.
This is your so-called best
I
prepared
was
player.
I was singing his
Yeah.
praises.
Come on.
Okay, so they played knight d5, bishop d4 instead of bishop
d2.
d2. That just leads to immediate draw.
How come?
It's immediate draw. The game's going to end because of here. That's why. Then they trade these. So
Oh,
knight takes.
But what if I
bishop
just play
takes.
bishop e5? Will you play f6?
Never play f6.
Right. That's what I was.
c4, black's better. Now it says it's equal. It says e4 x clam.
Well, best by test.
No, but they're going to draw. He's going to play knight takes. Yeah, this is the
Oh.
drawing line.
I thought they would play knight c3, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen too. I think that position's going to occur. That's what happens when both players want to draw. Rajabov's like, is this tournament over yet? I have no ambition.
Right.
I'm not sure why he's playing even. And Jan's like, easy draw with black, then I'll beat Rajabov with white next time around.
Yeah. You can see why Raj is a fan favorite. Exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why the engine plays bishop d2. Keeps him play alive.
Mm-hmm.
Still not better for white, but, technically better. But
The best kind of better.
Still a draw. But yeah, this is just all
He
zeros.
played c5 and knight c5.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody playing in this tournament's getting money.
And a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, for you guys. They already have a lot of money. Now they get more. Hikaru's only playing for the content.
Now, could they play knight c3 first? Or is there a problem with
Bam!
that? Like knight e6? That doesn't make sense because knight
Knight
e2 check.
c3. Yep. It says bishop
Fine.
c3 is the best move.
Yeah, yeah. But that might be less drawn than the line you looked at.
So what if I play here confusing
Knight
everybody?
e2. Knight e2.
Oh yeah, that wins immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it doesn't.
Why not?
King f1.
Knight g3.
Yeah. That's not winning, but it's winning.
I want a pawn.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take it.
Yeah, so he could play knight c3, or he could take and play rook c8, and then play knight c3,
Mm-hmm.
which is more drawn.
Right, right. So he's got options even to draw.
Oh, now it says knight c3 is the best move.
Yeah,
It
go
says
me.
this is more drawn.
How's it going, Hans?
Yeah, it's pretty drawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't
Pretty hard to argue with
can't
that.
argue
yeah.
with the, yeah. Well, both players wanted to draw, and they're going to get it. Me, sad face.
These are good chats here.
Okay, Karu's going to think forever because this is an important move. It turns out that knight takes d4 and e5 are both equal. He can get away with either one. And then this position's about equal. And Fabi's out of prep in a position that probably he should know. And should have expected before the game. Boo,
Right, right.
Fabi, boo. Stop forgetting your million moves you memorized.
Right, right. What's going on here?
Well, he has a knight c6 is the most common move, but the engine likes c4.
I'm just shocked he's out of opening theory already.
Mm-hmm.
Because black didn't do even one unusual thing.
Right.
It was all the most common thing to do.
Mhm.
From move one, even, like, pretty much. Well, I guess e5 is more common on move one. But other than that.
Well, he probably expected a knight orf.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Duda, does he play a lot of e5? I mean, probably, but
He'll play it some.
yeah, I don't know. I see him play a lot of knight orf. What was the opening? Come on, you should be able to tell just from looking.
Yeah, this is a knight orf.
Yeah,
Sicilian.
knight orf. Yeah, yeah. Typical knight orf pawn structure there.
And then this is the current position.
No, not really NJ Crispy. You see a lot of bishop g5 still. But Fabi plays a lot of English attack. He's played bishop c5 or bishop g5 as well, but
Bishop g5 isn't as common
Yeah.
as it was in the 70s and 80s.
right. Well, it used to be like that was just considered the main line and the only way to,
Yeah.
to do it. But now it's like nothing really gives an advantage. So
I'm
nothing's the main
700.
line.
Should I get Geary's knight orf course? No.
It's almost like a joke there,
I don't know if he's kidding.
right? Right. It's between, yeah. You need Jesus.
If you're 700, you need to
True.
learn how the horsey moves. That's the first thing to do.
That was funny stuff.
He didn't say memorized a million games. He said a million moves. Much
Right,
easier.
right.
The Assassin Cat subscribed. There is a horse in chess.
Yeah, you can see it.
There's
right?
2 horses there.
Yeah, and in other languages, it's just called horse. You know, like Spanish.
What's his name always called it a horse? Martinovsky. He said, I moved the horse. All right. So Nepo's trying to figure out whether to draw this way or this way.
Yeah.
Tough decision. Nakamura's never going to move. Nobody's ever going to move in this game. And nobody's ever moving here. We're at the point of the round where nobody ever moves. Everybody's out of their opening prep,
Yep.
except possibly Fallujah.
Right.
And there's no moving. When Fallujah's out of his opening prep, he usually thinks like 40 minutes.
What's up, Laz?
So this game between Rajabov and Jan is going to be a draw. This game should be a draw whether Nakamura plays knight takes or e5. That's what happens in these forcing lines when somebody sacrifices. It's all calculated out by engines, and that's why it wasn't played before, because it's going to be a draw.
That's why one side allows it, is because it's not winning. Otherwise, nobody would play this.
And then this is just a random Grunfeld position, which the engine says is equal. Black has excellent bishops, good development, good pawn structure, and white has this nice center.
Hey, Max and Jack. Good to see you again.
And knight c6 was played just now by Fabi.
Can you hover over the white bar and see how long he took? Yeah.
20 minutes and 38 seconds.
Wow. It's a long time.
And I still have 7 games in this position, and all the games knight takes d5 was played.
Oh.
In every game.
So, so let's think about like knight d5, knight e7, queen d6.
Let's do some
I would
analysis.
sort of imagine white's a little better there.
Knight e7.
Maybe the engine doesn't like it.
Yeah, white says white's slightly better.
Okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit better, but
this is the
might
engine
not
line.
be.
Wow, the engine move is rook d1.
C3, right? Oh.
Rook d1. Wow. See,
Yeah,
that's
because
one-
knight d4 is king e7 is the idea.
Isn't this
Okay,
hanging?
but that's hanging.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, knight d4 threatens c2.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, if bishop d3, I just play king e7.
Right.
If bishop
right.
e2, knight d4 attacks the bishop and the pawn.
I mean, I guess I would play rook d1 because c3, king e7, I'll play rook d1 anyway. So I might as well play rook d1.
It says it's
and then play
0.1 for
C3.
white. So
Well, it's like 0.15. Come on.
well, it's going to go down to
That's
0
true.
after it gets to depth 45 or so.
Yeah. Oh, and then Jan says white's slightly better too, confirming my great intuition.
Who's Jan?
Gustafsson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the chat's just relaying it.
So they did do this, by the way.
Oh, okay. So this is what Fabi was calculating when he played knight c6. Because he's just banging this out now.
This has happened.
Still theory.
Yeah. Knight c6.
Now rook d2 has been played.
Rook d2 has been played 4 times, and c3 has been played 2 times.
But I think c3 is a little inaccurate. You wouldn't play it if you don't need to. So you could play rook d1 or d2, then you don't need to. Because knight d4, you just play c3 after.
No, I'd rather have white here, but this should be a draw.
But I wish the pawn was on f2. That's all.
I mean, the bishop in the long run is going to be better than the knight. Right now, it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is in the drawing zone. This is really in the drawing zone. This game should be a draw if Nakamura plays accurately. Sort of a free roll for Firouzja. He's prepared all this. Nakamura has to play accurately to equalize it. If he doesn't, white will be better and have a lot more time on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, Firouzja could play the Caro.
And this game, all 3 results will happen. Report's been thinking a long time here after rook f d1. Ooh, I have 4 emails. I'm sure they're all really important.
Yeah, he has been thinking for a while. I think
they were less important than I thought.
this might be his first move out of opening theory, I guess. Seems like he was playing pretty quickly. Well, if it was on f2, it wouldn't be on a light square.
Never play
That's
f3.
why, yeah. I don't want my pawn on a light square. It's kind of stuck there, too. I can't really play f4.
Yeah, it makes the bishop sort of worse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo.
You can't hit a home run now.
All right.
Can't even hit a single, just a foul ball.
And one reason that black's okay here, like usually white would be just significantly better with the bishop against knight, but black having an extra center pawn makes it so he's got a lot of space there, and he could play like knight d4 later, or even like attack a little bit, get a little initiative on the queen side.
He
there.
played rook d2. The engine says all zeros. King e7, rook h d8.
So king e7, bishop e2, or d3, I guess, and then double rooks or rook e1 probably. I still kind of like white.
Yeah, I'll take black in this Sicilian endgame.
Yeah.
I've had black in worse Sicilian endgames.
Yeah, I mean, the structure is nice for black. That's true. Oh, Karen's here. She just went upstairs for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She'll be back in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Jan's still thinking. Nakamura still thinking. And queen b4 was played. The engine wanted to play knight a5, which attacks the e4 pawn, because the bishop would attack that, and the knight tries to go to c4 later.
Oh, Dominic Nietzsche.
20 subs, wow.
God damn.
Thank you.
God damn, I get
really
subs.
flopped the nuts there.
God damn, I get subs.
Dominic, are you going to the World Series this year, or you couldn't make it?
Go, Dominic.
Thanks for the 20 subs. That's great. You're too lazy? And everyone has COVID. Man,
Right.
harsh. I like the too lazy excuse. That's good.
Well, it's more of a reason than an excuse.
I respect lazy. Yeah, that I understand. Lazy, I understand. Religious, I don't. Seinfeld.
Yeah, I don't know many Seinfeld quotes.
Yeah, Lane found out that Putty was religious. He had like a Jesus.
Yeah, I
fish in
remember
his
that.
car.
I remember that.
He had Jesus.
Yeah.
He had religious stations on the radio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and she said, "Lazy, I understand." She says, "Religious." I don't know.
Crispy says, feels like an Arby's night.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would say.
Queen d3 was played. Exclam. The engine. Yeah, the engine doesn't like Queen b4 very much. It wanted to play Knight a5.
But it seems like Queen b4 is the idea, because he played Queen d6, and
Yeah.
White. The engine was suggesting White to play Rook b1 in that other position. So he's just playing the idea that is normal, and he calculated it and thought it was fine. It's still the 20 subs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Okay, King e7, Bishop d3 was played. Any games in this position? Yes. 6 games in this position. I think Fabi knows the position. I think he was just deciding whether to play knight c6 or c4. I think he already knows this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he is
he's
playing
playing fast now.
like it's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all the right moves.
So black has played king e6, rook hg8, and g6 in this position. Rook hg8 seems the most natural, and it's the most common.
Any win predictions?
No. 4 draws.
Everybody's playing kind of normal and good.
Okay, so
So
he
he
played
played
the
it like
bishop
this,
takes
yeah.
c5. Rook fc8. Bishop d4, knight c3. So if white wants to play for a win, he has to play rook e1. But if he doesn't want to play for a win, he'll just take. We'll see how ambitious Radjabov is.
What commentators were dissing Morphe? That's why you have to watch our commentary.
Yeah, Morphe only beat everybody 90% of the time. Terrible.
Right. Is there any game that looks like both players will lose?
No.
Well, the Grunfeld game's the most likely to be
Right.
double forfeited.
Yeah, the commentators don't like Morphe because Morphe had a lot of wins.
Right,
And
they like
had
draw.
A lot of draws.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did a lot of draws. I didn't like that.
I mean, it's not really fair. Like, Morphe didn't have a lot of competition, so he's just roasting people.
No.
So he's to say that, he wasn't good because his competition was too weak. What do you want him to do? All he can do is whoop ass. That's all you can do.
It's like weird to play bishop takes knight. It just shows you want to draw.
Yeah.
'Cause you didn't
Why
play
not
with-
even like rook d2? Oh, because then rook d8 maybe.
Rook D2
No, I can't do that.
exclam.
I can't do
Rook
that.
d2 is fine.
Yeah, rook d2.
Now it says here threatening rook takes knight and knight takes pawn.
Oh, right. Okay, but
Then it says bishop c3 is the best move.
should play E3 or something.
It prefers black here.
I didn't love to play E3, but even still,
Then it
rook
says
B2.
F6, E5,
Yeah.
bishop's trapped.
Okay, but I could play F3, E4.
Never play F3 though.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm somehow not losing that.
Thanks, you Mary.
400 bits.
Yeah, I think he's gonna think a long time and then take the knight.
That is true, yeah, but
I couldn't remember. Did you want more coffee?
Yes.
Okay, did it.
I forgot actually, but I did say, can I have some? Wow, that's really hot.
Yeah.
well, some like it hot.
Doesn't do a good job of.
How's it going, JC?
So I didn't get to see anything while I was upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you could.
They traded all the pieces in Radjabov Nepomniachtchi. So in this position, White has to play bishop d2 if he wants to continue playing. But he played here, and after c5, they trade everything. Take, here takes. So now bishop takes c3 is a dead draw, and he can play rook here if he wants to play for a win, but it's still equal. I don't think he wants to play for a win. I think he wants to get to the rest day.
Right, that's the win for him.
They have a equalish endgame here where everybody prefers white because they like bishops better than knights. But the engine just says it's equal. This is Fabi's game with Duda.
Yeah.
This game, Nakamura hasn't moved since you left.
Oh, he didn't move. Yeah, he didn't.
No.
Yeah, he's still in the tank.
Yeah.
He's like Free Willy.
And
He hates
then
the tank.
this position, white is slightly better according to the engine. It's the Grunfeld position between Ding and Report.
Yeah, you were saying maybe queen b4.
This is the most likely decisive game. Even this is going to be a
agreed,
draw.
yeah. I hope Rapport wins.
It's a good progression. We had
I like
two
his
decisive games the first day, one decisive game the second day, and now no decisive games.
And
And
the
then,
negative one.
and then we have no games.
Oh, right, and then no
Then
games at
there's
all.
no games the next day.
Yeah.
Hey, Brazen Gambit. Brazen Gambit. Brass. Ang.
Oh, and when you were away like 4 minutes ago, Dominic gave 20 subs. The poker player.
Oh, Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Go
said he's not
Dominic.
going to the World Series because he's too lazy, which I like, and
Yeah.
because everybody has COVID.
It COVID's. Hey, is he still on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It was
Give
pretty-
20
it was
subs
pretty
and-
recent,
Can't give
yeah.
20 subs then leave.
Hey, I'm doing well with my poker.
It's
So-
true. She is doing well with the poker.
So I can't wait to pound through some DTO poker trainer. I'm going to train for some kind of tournament, I guess. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying it. I won $350 at the win.
At the win in a cash game, 1-3 cash game, Karen had pocket sixes, right?
Yeah.
This is the last hand she played. And the guy bet $75 on the river, and the board had like an ace and a king on it. And Karen's like, call, ship it.
I knew he didn't have anything
Yeah.
because of his behavior. Plus, he
That's
liked
not very Karen-like, too, calling with sixes there.
Plus,
Was
he
she?
bluffed a lot, and the ace came on the river, and there was already a king there. But I knew it. I knew his body language. He was full of shit.
Ship it.
Soul read. Yeah. That's
When she
right.
put the 75 in, she said, nice try, bitch, then turned over her
Well,
sixes.
he said, "Let me see your two pair," and I said, "Nope,"
Just one.
because I knew he didn't have shit.
Right.
I
Right,
knew he
right.
didn't have shit. He
He couldn't believe that you'd call with just one.
The
with
whole
one
table
pair.
was in an uproar.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'm loving the poker. I don't swear that much 420.
420 swag, Lord Artemis.
She swears enough.
Just if I get a little excited or mad.
Oh, Buck plugged. Thank you for subscribing.
There was a hero call in the World Series like 3 days ago in one of the tournaments. The guy made a big bet on the river, and the other guy called with queen high,
Wow.
and he beat jack high. He was
Okay.
right. He thought forever and called with queen
Oh,
high.
and this guy was just saying he made queen high calls, like as you were saying the story. Crazy.
Yeah, we just subscribed to Poker Go, so we're able to see some of the World Series live events. So it's kind of fun.
Schifoni told me a story. Stu Unger made a bet on the river in some World Series event, He says the guy beat him in the pot, calling with 10 high and won.
Wow.
I guess Stu bluffed a lot.
Yeah, 10 high.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's not a great hand.
He's the insta-call, too. 10 high, I win.
Wow.
He said Stu Unger, when he was playing in the World Series, always had all the smallest denomination chips.
Yeah.
And never had any large chips because he did win all the small pots. He would steal all the small pots.
Right.
Then when it was a big pot, he didn't do as well.
He didn't have a good hand.
Okay, let's see if anybody's moved. No? Yes. Rook HD8, the move I like. Rook HD1.
Yeah, I did pretty well in the chess player poker tournament too. 7th out of 28. I got rivered.
Yeah, Karen had the king 10 of diamonds, and she was short stacked and was all in against king 4 off, and the guy got a 4. So
Yeah. But we needed to catch our plane anyway.
if Karen had played 20 minutes more, we would have missed our car in front. Yeah. Yeah, you finished just in time. Karen did not like the flight on the way to Vegas. On the way back was okay. Or wait, was it the other way around? No, it was on the way to Vegas, right?
I cried both times.
No,
I
one
cry every
was
time.
one was really upsetting. You were like crying a lot. I forgot which one it was. I think it was on the way there.
I was on the way there.
Yeah, on the way there, that was pretty bumpy. Oh yeah, on the way back, you didn't like it either.
Because it was
Yeah, when we took off, it
super
wasn't
windy.
good.
Vegas was super. They had wind alerts.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to be.
It was really
horrible.
windy in Vegas.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
horrible
crazy.
takeoff. You could tell we were shimmying going down the before we lifted.
I was
up.
shimmying.
It couldn't even go straight. It was very windy. Yes, Donkfish, I cry. You know, almost every time I fly.
I need 4 ply when I cry.
What?
That's from Sponge.
Oh.
You don't know that one?
Mm-mm.
That's the kind of tissue he needs. 4-ply tissue. Because he cries a lot, I guess. A kangaroo knows. Of course, obviously.
You know, what kind of chill pill am I supposed to take? I borrowed some Xanax one time from my younger brother.
That'll do it.
It didn't do anything.
Oh.
It didn't do anything. And I don't like to be drunk. So I don't know what I can do. I need to try something else.
What about a different game? I'm bored looking at
This
this.
is pretty boring.
Yeah. There we go. They
He's
still
not,
won't.
has it moved?
Yeah, he has less than an hour. I can't wait to see the bar how long he thinks on this move.
Yeah,
It's already
Nakamura's
been
an
like
hour behind on the
35
clock
minutes.
against Ferrugia, yeah. And he's not moving here. Nobody's moving. Yep, nobody's made a move in the last 10 minutes. Since you came down, nobody's moved. Fabi made a move. Fabi played Rook HD1, the most exciting game ever.
Dramamine.
So it looks to me like 3 draws.
Good
and
song,
this
too,
this
Dramamine.
game's up in the air. This game, all 3 results could still happen. The other 3 games just seem drawn to me.
Thank you, Stimulus.
Fabi's like a tiny bit better, and the other ones are just equal. This game is exciting. Problem is, the reason I think it'll be a draw, thanks Tuesday's green, the reason I think it'll be a draw is E5 and Knight D4 are both equal. You know, so he's going to play some reasonable move here, and the engine's going to say all zeros, which tends to lead to a draw when it's all zeros. An edible before you fly? Who says she didn't take an edible before she flew? Who's to say that?
Right. Well, that's just not going to work. That's what I can say from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I need something better. But Dramamine, I've never tried. I don't want to feel weird. I just want to be not crying.
Now, which is sillier to you, her fear of flying or my fear of spiders?
Me?
Yeah, which is sillier?
Well, flying is sillier,
That's sillier?
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So the fear of spiders is correct.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
I mean, but
We'd have to live in a different country for that to be a correct
it
fear.
could be the tiniest of spiders in
Yeah.
here.
Like if we lived in Australia, then you should be afraid of spiders.
But it could be the tiniest of planes, and you'd be
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and spiders so easy to kill.
That's true.
You just step
I mean,
on
I
it.
could kill a plane
Yeah,
pretty
we have
easily.
occasionally gotten some big, hairy, scary ones.
Yeah.
If we
Those
lived
are-
in Australia, then I would be afraid of spiders. We couldn't even live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of those spiders are weird.
Tiny planes are the scariest. That's true.
Yeah, I don't like planes, but I don't. I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of spiders, but I can take one down.
All right.
Easy.
We are gonna take it.
We are
Spider plane, right?
We used to
What
have
about that?
jumping spiders out in the garage, but
That is scary.
That's been a couple of years. I don't know where we had a lot of them.
We had a snake in the garage.
More than once, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. We should have a snake on a plane, right?
Mm-hmm. Getting tired of all those snakes on a plane.
Yeah, I don't like.
This is the round where nobody ever moves, but actually that's every round.
Yeah,
nobody's moved in
moving,
any
yeah.
game for several minutes.
Who needs to move? Maybe we could do a quick recap like the chat suggested once.
Did one
Boo.
end?
Because, it's just... No, just like of the rounds.
No,
so
I mean
far,
like just looking at the games.
Yeah, that's fine.
This was a Nidorf Sicilian. He played the English with F3, H5. These are all normal moves. The chat has indicated that in this position, knight d5 is more common than castles, although looks like they transposed because he played knight d5 here. And this is actually, the game that they're playing has been played several times. All of this has been played before, including this. There's 3 games in this position in the database, and we're on move 20. Yeah, and this is sort of like, I guess they're out of their prep now.
Right.
This is still probably it might even still be a game.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's 3 games in this position. Rook c7 played once, g6 played twice.
Yeah, and again, like the chess.com database is not very up to date. There's probably even more games than that.
Yeah. But it's pretty equal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in this game, Naka played his usual takes and bishop a6 at this line. Yeah, Naka's always doing this. h6 is not as common as queen d7. And then queen c2 seems to be new. It seems like his Faruja's preparation. And I think in this position, Faruja is still in his preparation after queen c1. As you can see, he has more than an hour ahead on the clock. That's probably in the last 20 years, Naka's been an hour behind on the clock like 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He's never an hour behind on the clock.
Yeah, I can't believe he hasn't moved.
And I think Faruja's still in his prep. And this was a Grunfeld, and they got to a topical position in the old main line. And in this position, after castles, black can play bishop d7, queen c7, bishop g4, or b6. I think knight a5 is a move too. And he chose b6. And they didn't do very much. They sort of developed their pieces quietly. The engine wanted to play knight a5. He played queen b4. And after queen d3, there's been a very long thing from report.
Oh, he played e6.
He played e6.
Yeah, just recently.
Very, very Grunfeld-esque.
Yeah. Could even play knight e7, maybe. Maybe.
So it's the big center versus the big attack on the center.
And don't forget about that 2 against 1 also.
2 against 1.
Eventually that'll matter, unless it doesn't.
And 80 moves.
Right.
This game, they played just a theoretical line, and then Radjabov decided to not play for an advantage. This is all prep. This is all the main line. And in this position, he just traded everything on c6. And here, if white wants to play for a win, he has to play bishop d2 with the idea of c4. But he played here just trading everything.
Yeah. Rapport moved.
Yeah, we saw it, e6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's old.
The
Thanks,
real
Jay
Greg
Bruz.
and Jay Bruz.
Thanks, the real Greg. Oh, it's time for another train.
Oh yeah, hype train is close because of those two.
I was wondering how I could get another train
Really
when I've been
close.
streaming for 49 minutes. This is our second stream now.
stream.
You'll have to tell our person that it's 2 streams.
Yeah.
So Radjabov's still pretending like he won't want to draw immediately.
Right.
McNaster
G6 was played.
getting us to level 1.
G6 stopping bishop F5 forever. Solid pawn structure, and then C3 stopping knight B4 and knight D4. The engine wants to play knight A5 coming into C4 later.
That makes a lot of sense after C3. So you can't play knight D4 anymore. Yeah, it seems like black's playing pretty logically.
Thanks, McNaster. Another train.
Yeah, we're almost even at level 2 already.
Hikaru's been thinking at least half an hour here.
Yeah.
E6 was played, and Rajabov is going to think forever, then take the knight.
Right. He's like probably asking the arbiter, like, can I offer a draw? The arbiter's like, what? I don't speak English. And Rajabov's like, I'm speaking in a different language.
And they're interviewing Ding during the game.
Yeah, what? That must be a replay.
Somebody
right?
on Twitter pointed out that the name tags of the players are pretty big.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The badges they have.
They are giant
they don't
badges.
Need no stinking badges.
Right. 200 bits.
It turns out
Fred
that,
God.
that
Thank you, Fred God.
Biden got bike riding lessons from Ding, so that didn't work out well.
Yeah.
Fred God, thanks for the 200 centidues. You heard that he fell off his bike yesterday.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, all I do is read conservative Twitter, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I knew about that.
Oh, yeah. Trump Jr. was on that news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he fell off, Kamala's like, am I the president yet? And they're like,
Right,
not
right.
yet. I was like, damn.
Good old Joe. It is funny when somebody falls, though. Trump Jr. is right about that. Right.
Kamala was the acting president for like a couple hours one day when he had some minor surgical procedure a few months
I didn't
ago.
know about that.
Yeah, she was the acting president. Yeah, he was under for, like a couple hours.
Oh, I didn't see the Saki tweet because she's not conservative, so that's not that funny. But I heard it, but apparently it was an epic burn, according to Svensson.
Go hype train. Okay, so this
Come on,
is
Rajabov.
boring.
Just trade and draw already.
Yeah.
Radrawbov.
It's hard to...
You think he'll just lose on time here?
I guess.
That's what Alexander Ivanov would do. He'd just lose on time here.
It's hard to see Donald Trump Jr. is human. Sometimes.
Wait, what would you say after that? You're laughing.
Is human.
I don't see
Oh,
him
it's
as
human.
really. He's so incredible.
Yeah, but
horrible.
I talked to Rick James about Don Jr. and he said, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Right.
This is the most interesting game because it's the least likely to end in a draw, but it's still likely to end in a draw. But the least likely of the four games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody asked AOC about Biden running and whether she'd support him, and she evaded the question. Well, we'll just kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, you have to support him over the Republican nominee, but
Yeah.
obviously you'd rather see another Democrat run.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what she meant.
But he's going to run.
Somebody's 30 years younger might be all right.
At least.
You
Maybe 40 years younger.
Right. I mean,
No, he needs to not run again.
Biden can walk pretty all right,
Yeah, but
At least up a
usually the
ramp.
sitting president runs for office again.
300 bits.
I know, but
It's fun to be the president.
Yeah.
like Reagan was too old. There's some that just were too old.
Yeah.
And he's
Thanks
not.
for the bits.
He seems frail to me.
Not
But
moving.
he's probably in better shape than me.
Not moving.
Yeah, Biden's
Ah, hey,
in
hey,
physical
hey,
shape,
hey.
I'd say.
We have a
Oh, a
move.
crazy move?
Rook d4 and it's still equal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, time well spent then. If he didn't.
So I'll
play
show you.
losing
I'll show you
move.
the engine line. Oh,
Insta
he
take.
played rook takes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Here's the engine line.
He can walk better
knight
than
d4,
FDR. That's true.
check. Knight check.
That is not nice.
King d1.
Yeah, it'll offend all the people with Colio.
Queen D7 check. Queen A4 check.
Wow. This line's crazy. And
Always
then
play
E4's
King
hanging.
D1.
Right?
Queen E4 takes. Bishop F4. White's slightly better. Yeah, white can play for a win here. That's the engine line. Knight takes D4 was played.
Let's see if Ferrugia still bangs out moves.
You can also play, instead of Knight C2 check King D1, you can play here right away. Bishop F6, Knight C2, King here, Queen B5 check, King D1, Queen F1 check, King C2. And this is considered all zeros.
So check and Queen H5?
No, it's playing Queen takes G2.
Oh, yeah. That's
Queen H4, King F8.
For Queen G8, yeah.
Queen check, King here, Queen check,
Yep.
King here, Queen takes,
Queen F2,
takes
yeah.
check, Queen takes A7 check, draw. All zeros. Nobody's better.
I like white, though.
You do?
I pass pawn.
Yeah, but weak pawns. Open king.
Well, both kings are pretty open.
Yeah.
But it should be a draw, I guess.
All zeros.
And black is currently in check, even.
Mm-hmm.
And
And there's other lines that are all zeros also. He played King G7, I think, is also playable.
He played Queen F4,
Now,
though. Yeah.
right now it says
Yeah.
Bishop H6 is better for white here and then here. Wow. Gonna have some prep to do that.
Knight G8, Bishop G5, yeah.
Yeah, that might be true.
Arg.
I've never been a big Bernie fan.
Good old Bernie.
But I don't have anything against him. He's just too old.
Definitely still in prep for Ruja. So Knight C2 is playable, Queen D7 is playable, and King G7 may be playable. Maybe.
Bernie
But-
talks like Larry David.
But Farouche's,
Yeah, that's true.
they are related.
They are?
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
They're distant cousins. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have the
Wow.
same mannerisms.
Yeah.
What's funny is
Yeah, that
he
make- I can see
imitated
it, yeah.
he played him on SNL.
Wow.
And then later found out they were related.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
even know we played him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew about that.
On
yeah.
SNL he played him. He says, "Let me take it up to a 10."
That's funny. Yeah, he's the perfect one to play.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that's kind of true. That's kind of true. How many moves did they make? That's a good question.
This
20?
is move 20, and
Halfway there.
Farouche's still in his preparation. When he thinks 30 minutes, you'll know that he's out.
I mean, I don't think Biden looks bad for his age. He's just old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's in pretty good shape for his age, but still.
Maybe another.
Larry
game.
David and Bernie Sanders are related. Barely related.
Like maybe that Grunfeld or something.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
As
Take,
expected.
he did take the knight Radjabov.
Yeah, that's what you saw.
And it's the most drawn of positions. Knight A5
As
was played.
predicted.
Fabi's thinking. Also a drawn position. And he hasn't moved after E6.
Right.
Both players taking a long time on all their moves. Yay, 800 viewers. What else?
It's a Father's Day miracle.
Mm-hmm. Mark sent me a Father's Day gift.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What's that called?
Gift card?
Yeah, it's a gift card to what's the place called?
Panera Bread.
There.
Right.
How did I know?
What? How'd you know? You
I just guessed, yeah.
You guessed?
yeah.
What?
Crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Got it.
Yeah, but I have to print it out
We,
and
we
then find
don't
a
ever
Panera
go
Bread.
there. Why would you guess that?
It seems like something Mark would do.
Yeah.
He likes
Nothing's
Panera.
wrong with him at all. It's
Right,
just funny
right.
that you would guess them. There's that's
Next time I visit Michigan, I'm going to have Panera
Right.
Bread.
Yeah, definitely.
Get some coffee.
we have Panera here.
I know.
Yeah, it's over. It's in on Abernathy, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then her brother wished me happy Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
H4, he put it in H. That was the engine move. H4, then H5, and or bishop F6.
Yeah, always play H4. Everyone knows that.
It seems very popular when there's nothing else to do but bust on in. Yeah, Bernie Sanders cannot run.
I mean, he can't run for president, or he can't physically run.
Oh, look, an H5, just to show that H4 is right in the other game.
Right. It's a theme. Comes.
There was on video yesterday, at some point in the game with Radjabov, Hikaru was reaching for his mouse. So he went like this, and there was no mouse there. Then he put his hand up and got up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I still assumed this was a joke,
No, he was reaching for a mouse even though he was playing in real life.
Huh.
Yeah, because his hand was like this, and he went like this, and then he put his hand away, and then he walked away. Yeah. Bernie can still win in 2060.
Oh.
Not a joke. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you guys have the internet?
Right,
yeah, he
I
was trying
thought
to find
it was
his
a bad
mouse. He was
joke,
like, "Where's
yeah.
my mouse?"
Oh, there's a clip of it, so I have to
Yeah,
go look for
yeah,
it.
it's all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the human brain is pretty crazy.
DeSantis ain't gonna win nothing.
I don't know. He might win.
No.
Why do you
Too
think he
unpopular.
won't?
He might win.
DeSantis?
Yeah, you shouldn't underestimate
Nah,
DeSantis.
I underestimate DeSantis.
Do not underestimate
Yeah,
DeSantis.
he's terrible.
That's the last thing you want to do.
He's too terrible to win.
Come on, you would have said the same thing about Trump.
He's
And
also
you probably
too terrible
did.
to win. Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah, Fetterman's already way up on Oz.
Dang it. Come on, Dr. Oz.
Republicans are good at finding the worst possible people to be in office.
Dr. Oz was a pretty good pick
Yeah,
for
there we
worst
go.
possible.
Yep. Okay, so he hasn't moved yet. He can play knight c2 check or queen d7. He might play king g7.
There was one move where I wanted to see how long the move was, but like how long they took on it. But I forgot what game it was. Remember? It wasn't this one, probably.
Rook d7, a6. Not worried about rook here at all because of rook f8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Naka. How long he thought on,
Rook d4.
yeah. "42 minutes and 34 seconds.
Wow, that's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's the clip, the mouse clip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that later.
Well, honesty is the best policy,
Hey,
but
can you
that
do me?
Yeah.
Can
No,
you
yeah.
just do like a control click on it and then just leave it in the background on that?
Oh, this?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it
Yeah.
later. Just make sure it's muted though.
Oh,
There we go. Perfect. Actually, we can watch it now.
oh yeah. Let's see.
Oh, he did. Oh, there it is. That's all. Okay, cool.
Well, it seemed like he was getting up before that.
do it
right?
one more time. Do it one more time.
Like he's about to get up, then he reaches for the mouse, then he gets up.
Well, either way, I mean, I don't know what the order matters. It seems like he's reaching for a mouse.
Right.
Yeah, where was the mouse at?
But why was he wasn't about to move, was he?
No, he just was reaching for the mouse.
But if he was not about to move, then why was he reaching for the mouse?
Nobody knows because he's always reaching for the mouse.
Oh, to check stream stats.
I mean, sometimes I'm
Yeah.
reaching for my mouse. Like, I'll kind of just hold it like if I'm doing something actively in front of the computer.
Mhm.
It is a little weird, though. I know what you mean if you don't have a specific task, but I'll do that sometimes. Ben plays with his too.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you mean? Oh,
Anyway, that's funny. It is weird.
Oh yeah, switching OBS screens because he's getting up.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
That's true.
that actually probably is it. Honestly, he wanted to draw arrows. Yeah. No, I do that when I'm a streamer, which is pretty rare. But yeah, I have like a be right back scene, you know.
here comes another really long thing. An hour and 15 minutes behind on the clock. That's good prep.
Yeah, definitely.
You should reach for the mouse.
Yeah. He should play King G1, you know.
I was wondering about okay, what?
You know, for white to castle.
Oh.
Wandering the Queen.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, that's funny.
Didn't see that one.
I knew that was gonna be a problem with the new castle, but I guess it's working out.
Yeah, his king's all right, you know.
Yeah, it worked.
But
out.
the only reason white's not like totally winning is because his king is like
Yeah.
counterattackable,
Right.
as we saw in that one long variation.
Mm-hmm.
Like knight check and move the queen around and such.
So do you think he'll play Queen here, Knight here, or King G7?
Well, I think he'll play a tactical move. I don't think he'll play King G7. He'll play like one of the ways to get counterplay, because they both are okay according to the engine, and so he'll figure that out. King G7, you just have to like kind of wait and see. Like you'd only do that if the forcing moves weren't acceptable. You know, in my opinion. That's the only time you do that. So
Here it said Bishop H6 was the move,
yeah,
but what happens on this? Knight D5, all zeros. Queen G4, Queen B7,
wow.
Bishop E7 check, then perp.
Draw, yeah. But you can't win there instead of Bishop E7?
No.
I guess King F8 anyway.
Mhm.
Like Bishop F6, King F8's okay.
Yeah, it says this is winning.
Right.
Gives
Yeah,
this.
check's okay. You can just run away. Yeah. Can't even take E6.
Mm-hmm.
Knights are pretty good on D5 and D4.
Yeah. See, if I'm black, I'm not super worried about that, but that's the right move. And then Queen H4, that's...
That's frightening to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, Hikaru will see this and not like it.
Yeah, this says Knight F5's the best move.
Oh, we saw that Knight F5 idea last time.
Gee.
To not get checked ever.
Yeah,
Well,
this is just white.
G5,
This
I
is
guess.
just white being a pawn up.
Right, this looks good.
Mm-hmm.
H4, H5,
Yeah, this is
mainly, etc.
No, King G7's a mistake. I think. I think Bishop
Mhm.
here, Queen here is good for white.
Agreed.
If I was black, I'd be worried about E5, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't worry about that. But should worry about that. Yeah, Caro has 30 minutes, and his opponent still has almost all of his time. Whoever his opponent is, I don't know. Ferrugia, that's it. All right, this game is going to be drawn at some point. Move 41, or they'll play a fake repetition. Fabi hasn't moved in a long time.
Yeah, after move 40 and move 60, they get extra time added to their clock. And after move 60, there's increment as well.
H5 looks a little loosening, but that's what the engine wants to play here.
I wouldn't find that necessary. I mean, I'd probably like play knight e7, I guess. You know, to control d5 a little bit more.
Threatening bishop takes
And
e4.
bishop e4, yeah. Deflection.
Let's look at knight e7.
Maybe bishop d7, I don't know.
Rook b1 plus 1.2. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that, but I can move my queen.
Harsh. Here,
Right? Oh, okay.
then h5. The idea of h6, I guess.
Yeah. I like white a little, but
Hmm.
I wouldn't think it's that winning.
The idea is after takes bishop c1 with bishop a3.
But why not like bishop c1 last move?
Hmm. Could do that.
Yeah.
Also good.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a great maneuver.
Yeah, bishop a3 is pretty cool.
Didn't expect that one.
Always retreat.
Rook b1, bishop c1.
Hmm.
So that's the problem with knight e7. It's on that diagonal, and,
Yeah.
and so if you don't do that, it's not a problem. Rook
Mhm.
b1, bishop c1. Yeah. But I'm always concerned about d5, d6, etc.
Yeah.
As
The-
in the game Kramnik, everybody, yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Karu still hasn't moved. Tough position.
Rajabov can double on the sevens, but it'll just be rook f8, and then your a2
Right.
pawn is hanging.
Yeah, then you have to figure out how to save this.
you'll just go
You have to
back.
go back, right.
And then he'll play rook a8. Yeah, maybe Rajabov will do this because he played e3.
Yeah.
Well, no, that
That
doesn't
way
prove
That way
anything.
his king can move up.
Maybe he'll play like rook c7, rook f8, and then rook a7, take on a2, and then win the a pawn.
Hmm.
That'll be the way to draw. you know.
He played rook e2. Fabi did.
Hmm. Okay. Didn't expect that one, but it attacks the pawn with check.
Hmm.
King f6, I guess.
Knight c4 is the engine move.
Oh, because it's
Because
pinned.
you can't
Yeah.
take it because of here. But knight c4 b3 seems annoying, but I guess it's not.
Right.
I would be annoyed.
No, but I get it. I get it.
I don't
It's
get it.
knight a3.
Yeah.
No,
king
no, that's not
b2.
right. That's not right. I'm sorry. It's no, yeah. I was trying to get some rook c3 going. So it's
I don't understand why this isn't good. It's not. I just don't know why.
knight anywhere,
Knight
and then king
b6.
f6,
Rook takes. King
and now
f6.
you have two things hanging.
This says it's winning for black. Winning.
This is terrible because your rook c3 is going to attack your bishop too.
Yeah, and also knight d5 is coming.
Yeah.
Wow, knight d5 strong. It also was playing rook c5 at the start. Also equal.
Because if you get forked, you just double and attack it. Huh?
You can just take this, right?
Oh yeah, attacking the bishop.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Now, let's see. King f6 is the most natural move. That's also equal.
Well, Hikaru is moving in the webcam there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah, he'll probably just play king f6 in that game. Oh, so he played knight c2, queen d7.
mm-hmm. Knight c2, king d1 right away.
Yeah. Still prep maybe.
Yep. Queen d7 check. We
Insta
looked at
take.
this line. Queen
Yeah.
a4 check, queen takes e4.
Wow, Farouz just prepped the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Now wants to play b3 instead of king b1. Makes sense. Get the king on c2.
What's up, Big Daddy? Good to see you again. Oh, 1 bit from Big Daddy.
Yay, the usual. Yeah, so Farusha's going to try to squeeze the slightly better endgame. Hey, play king
Yeah.
b1. Always play king b1.
You got a lot of channel points.
I know I did.
720. I'm over 500k myself, but 722 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this will be a long game for Hikaru. Agreed.
Yeah, he's going to suffer a little bit.
He's not just insta-taking on e4. Doesn't seem like there's another legal move. Queen c4? I mean, I don't know. Oh, BK Emeritus.
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 Yay.
Thank you for gifting a sub.
On the road to 1 million. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't like to have a lot of pawns around his king. Go biggest Mac. Mainly, etc. So he did take it, and they'll trade queens probably.
Mhm.
Can't get away with moving the king. Well, maybe, but why not? And then probably bishop e3, right?
Or f4, either one. I think I would go to e3.
Solid.
f4.
Well,
I think he's still in
his
prep.
prep told him to do this, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little more active there, yeah.
Their game's over.
Yeah, Rajabov.
Mm-hmm.
Doodle. They found a way. Because it attacks e6. So then rook e8.
Draw by reputation. All right, so we have our first game finished. It's a draw between Rajabov and Jan. Seemed like it was always going to be a draw.
Yeah, boring. I wish I could boo more, but I couldn't. It's, I mean, a lot of times they do have a lot of prep, but, I mean, still, it's a lot of prep for Firouzja there.
Yeah, he did play king f6, and then h4 was played.
Well, bishop h4 in that position would hang a fork, right?
Which position?
The one where he played bishop f4. Because knight d2 check. Yeah.
Yeah, bishop h4, knight d2 would be good.
Yeah, I noticed that. That he had to go
And
back
Karu
down
went
that
back
diagonal.
here. He wants to put his knight on d5 and say, I'm drawing. That is a good idea, putting the knight on d5. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that.
Mhm.
That looks like a great idea. And if I had white, I'd start pushing the pawn, right? But, I mean, what do I do after king h7? You know, he'll just sit there.
Yeah, knight here, king h7,
Yeah.
king g6, Papa John's.
Yeah, Hikaru will comfortably hold this, I think. I mean, even though white's a touch better, he'll find a solid setup and have not too much
Hikaru will
problem.
find a way.
Yeah.
Wait, can I see the last 2-3 moves again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He went back here so his knight could go to d5 and block the d file.
That is the Rajabov way. Draw with white, lose with black. I mean, hey, if I could do that, I'd be pretty happy.
Knights are great for taking out pawns.
You mean like on a date?
That's how you spell knights. Hikaru has a chance with that pawn structure.
There's a chance for what?
What?
They're asking a question.
Firouzja is thinking. Terrible. Yeah, this is pretty equal Fabi's game. Rook fd8 was played. The engine says boo, boo. It says bishop g5 is really strong now. It really hates this move that Rapport played.
Pretty natural move. What's the
Bishop g5. That's sacking the exchange. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes.
wow.
Always
But
sack the
why can't I
exchange.
make a normal move?
Such as?
Rook. I don't like any rook move.
Yeah.
I guess I'd go to f8. No, but yeah, I could.
This says this
Rook.
is already winning for white.
Queen d6. I don't know. Queen is some horrible square, b8 or something. Taking bishop e7. I don't know.
It just says this is winning for white.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean,
you
black
know.
can't move his knight anywhere good.
Yeah, or anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what if I play h6? You gonna do something crazy, or
Put it in H.
that's not crazy? All right, I don't really want to
It
play
just-
g5.
it just
now.
resigns
Yeah,
here.
this is terrible.
This is plus
Can't
4.
defend this. Yeah. Bishop f6. Yeah. It's tough.
I mean, bishop g5 is the obvious move. I think he's going to sack the
He's gonna
exchange.
sack the exchange, yeah. Because there's no normal rook move, so
Always sack the exchange.
this doesn't look like the worst comp.
It says bishop a6 exclamation.
Get rid of the bishop pair, yeah. And if bishop a8, rook c8 is not too cool for black. Not too cool, Jack.
Yeah, this is the engine line.
Thought you were a pretty big wheel before you Figured out squares don't roll.
What's that from?
Family Guy.
Well, after b5, it wants to play knight g1. Exclam.
Never trade, right? Never trade.
This is the engine line. White's better.
Yeah, but I don't know. This seems complicated.
That's why
yeah.
Report did this. He's going to
this is complicated.
Yeah.
He did play.
Bishop g5 was play. Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
play knight d4. Because he's not going to play f6. Boo, boo. I wouldn't think of it.
Right. That's not right. Yeah, he'll sack the exchange. I guess
Now
he
it's playing
could play.
f6.
He could play.
Terrible says. And you don't want to play f6. Yeah, Black's play has been inaccurate. Ding, however, very accurate. Ding's jet lag is over. Okay, no moves and no moves. Now it's time for a 40-minute thing from Fallujah and then some random legal move.
Right. He's finally out of prep.
Yep.
The engine
prepped
likes
to
h4.
this very slight advantage. Yeah.
That's my kind of move.
Yeah, it just wants to play h4, f3, g4, h5.
Did Ding blame jet lag for his loss to Jan? That doesn't sound like something Ding would do.
No, I'm blaming it.
Right.
Arr. Oh, he played knight b7. I guess he wants to play knight c5.
h4 is a good positional move
I
by
like
white.
like the knight on e6.
Yeah,
also
an
good.
f4.
Yeah, this is good.
A duffer's move.
Yeah, this is just equal.
Right, yeah, Black's got like a lot of space. It's kind of nice.
Yep, and he did sack the exchange. He did play knight d4, as was his intention.
I was going Born in Oz.
Yeah, the engine really likes this bishop a6 move.
So he did sack the exchange.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, bishop a6 is pretty smart
Always sack the exchange.
to get rid of the bishop pair. But still, the dark square bishop's really good.
So far, Ding's playing great.
Yeah, Ding's playing it pretty much immaculately.
h4, bishop g5, yeah. It's like engine versus report.
Yeah. Tough tournament. Yeah, Fallujah did have pretty good prep.
There's a video of Hikaru speaking to the arbiter. It turns out his mouse doesn't work. He wants a replacement mouse.
They need new batteries in it.
Yeah.
Well, but knight f3, the point is queen f3, bishop a6, or trading rooks and bishop a6, because the back rank is super weak there. You know, the back rank is pretty weak.
Somebody's asking about knight f3.
Yeah. But it is tricky. I like it.
Says resigns.
And take the guy, and then here's the coup de grace. That one. Queen f8.
Yeah,
But
that is the move.
rook a7.
It says +5.
It's horrible, yeah. You lost a pawn, and white is clearly winning. Too passive there.
It says boo.
Down
boo.
the exchange. But yeah, he has to consider that. But Ding will figure out that that's good for white. Shouldn't be too tough for him. He's 2,800. After all. Pretty high rated.
What if I like take on e2 and take on d1 and take on e4? So let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop takes e4.
Well, hold on. Takes.
I was gonna take with a queen. Okay, now it's
Okay.
This is my idea.
Right.
It says white's +2 here.
Bishop c4, I get it, because king g7, rook d7 wins a pawn. You want to play king g7 to
Yeah.
get your bishop out, but then rook d7 wins the pawn.
Yeah, but can I draw this position? Maybe. I guess this is unpleasant.
Yeah, probably a draw, though. Generally.
I don't know.
How can I break down the queen side?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
impossible.
know.
Then I can't win.
Maybe this will happen.
Maybe king b5. King b5, rook takes b6 might be an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Even then,
It's
that's
hard to
probably
do 'cause
not usually
these
winning.
Pawns are
Yeah.
weak.
I think this should be a draw usually. But the engine says it's +3.
Yeah.
Although I thought it was lying the other time it was +8.
Mhm.
So, what's +3 to me? It seems impossible to win that. I don't know. How's it going, Dime Bag?
Knight d7, he hasn't moved. And Fallujah did play h4, knight d5.
Mhm. Well, he could play bishop a6. He wants to trade the bishop pair away, but it's complicated there.
Yeah, the engine
doing
wants
great.
Hikaru to play f5 to stop the advance here, and then king f7.
AC pawn shouldn't be a problem there.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it says bishop d2, f5, Papa John's.
Yeah, Hikaru had to think for a long time because it was very sharp and it was all prep from Fallujah. But he figured it out, more or less, like, just fine. I mean, maybe he could have been more equal than this, but this is all right. How's it going, Dad?
Hikaru's time is correct.
Yeah,
But he has plenty of time. It's move 26.
yeah.
That seems like an unusual number of moves to still be in prep.
Yeah.
Fallujah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of prep, yeah. But I would say that Hikaru's like opening is pretty predictable. He's gonna play like really solid with black and mainline stuff. And this is a good example. A Nimzo Indian with the DC bishop a6 line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the main line pretty much.
He played h5.
Instead of
That
bishop
was
a6.
Also when
But
engine
also a
moved.
good move, yeah.
Also recommended by engine.
It's like more just to the point. He played h4, so he'll play h5.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't care about the bishop pair yet. Can't take the bishop on b5 anyway because the rook on d8's pinned, no matter what you do. But he could take on e4. No, he can't, because then the knight on d4 is sufficiently defended. So he could play bishop e4, right? Am I crazy?
Queen e4,
And queen b5?
knight d4.
Oh, it's attacked too many times, right? Yeah, counting is tough, Counting is pretty tough. So yeah, anyways, I don't really like black then. Seems like you can't do anything, like, special.
Yeah, this is tough for report.
And he's getting attacked and he's down material. That's not nice. Thank you, come on, bruh. What you mean? Oh, patient order with
Ooh,
9 bits.
cents. Yay.
Thank you. They'll get an extra time in 20 moves in this game. They're only on move 20. They're only halfway there.
Whoa. Knight b7. Fabi hasn't moved.
Are we doing a Father's Day outing?
Mm.
I mean, I would.
Like lunch?
I guess I'll just not stream this week.
Yeah, he did play f5 pretty quickly, Hikaru. Yeah, this seems pretty drawn.
Naka did play f5, yeah. But yeah, these GMs will make those moves, Maddie. So it's important for GMs to be well prepared. And anyways, you want to prepare where if your opponent plays the best, you're doing okay. Then when they don't play the best, you're happy to see that. You could be better or winning maybe. But different players have different ideas in the opening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times they'll try to get out of opening theory, like Jobava or Rapport. Although Rapport played a lot of theory today.
Somebody likes white because they like the passed pawn.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, king h7. What do you do? How do you break down h7? Well, I guess the e pawn could be weak. So yeah, I mean, you could still try to do that.
Black has such good control of the center that should be fine.
Yeah, much
Black's
like in the
dominating
Duda game.
Center.
Yeah, Duda's the same way. You know,
Mhm, yeah.
knight against bishop, but a great center.
Yeah, I think this game's going to end in a draw, and I think this game's going to end in a draw. And Dingler in seems like he's close to getting a winning position.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the restroom.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay back here since you're
You can
trying.
stay up here. I can sit in the back.
No.
Nobody wants to see me. You guys can do a NordVPN while I'm gone.
That is true.
We could.
Because you guys are good at that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh.
Damn it. All right. I guess we could do an ad. Maybe
You
we'll
want
do
it?
it. Yeah, we have to do
Okay,
an ad.
I'll do a marker.
Mm.
Oh, BK beat me to it.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to thank our sponsor, Nordvpn. And here we go with some talking points. Super fast servers. And then a lot of servers, 5,200 in 59 countries. Unlock Netflix and your favorite entertainment websites. That's good to do when you're traveling, too. You don't have to worry about, like, if you're in a hotel, people trying to steal your password. 30-day money-back guarantee. Protects data while traveling in public, like at the airport. CyberSec Suite, which acts as an ad blocker. No data logging. 24/7 customer support. Live chat and emails. Up to 6 simultaneous connections. Double data encryption for increased anonymity. Compatible with most operating systems, including Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android. Unlimited bandwidth. Automatic kill switch. Extension for your Chrome browser. IKEV2 IPEC security protocol. P2P sharing allowed. And they've won multiple awards.
Such as?
Well, Best VPN in 2019 by VPN Mentor.
Oh.
And also recommended by leading tech sources like PC Mag. And again,
I've heard of
VPN
PC
Mentor.
Mag.
I've heard of PC Mag. And then we already talked about that. I don't need to. I think that's all I'm going to say today.
Pretty much crushed it.
But we love NordVPN. Go to NordVPN. Thank you for the sponsorship. And it's a great product.
Yeah, in fact, you know how my dad's always like, is a video game getting released, but you can't get that video game in your area?
Right.
So, I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on my stream. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is being released soon.
Yeah, yeah.
And they dropped like a special edition, but the American site was like having a lot of problems. So you could have, if you had NordVPN, had an Australian IP, which they were doing great in Australia,
Right.
and get that special edition. So that's just something.
I wonder if I can use, this is just a hypothetical. Of course, I personally wouldn't do something like this.
Except for the spiders. yeah.
But I'm wondering if I can use the VPN for poker sites.
Right. Of course, that's illegal, and you would never do that
I
in
would
Georgia.
never do such a thing. I'm just
Or anything
wondering,
illegal ever.
Wondering about it is all. Just a question. Maybe for Dominic.
Yeah.
Also, I'm assuming that in Russia, like, they can't, maybe they have to use VPN to do some things if you live there. I could hypothetically.
Well, Rook C4 seems to hang your bishop on B5, although it's kind of a trade for the knight, I guess. But.
Well, the advantage naive set theory is it's illegal where I live to gamble, to do online gambling. So if you have, VPN, I can pretend I'm in Las
Right.
Vegas.
Yeah, gotta ban poker.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying. I don't really know about all the online poker because there's a lot of cheating going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would be more open to doing the free, not for money anyway, just to practice.
Go Australia. Hey, you wanna maybe change games here?
Yeah, let's see.
This is the most exciting game, though. He played. We saw this position kinda. Like we knew he was gonna play knight c4.
Yeah, let me just review for
Right.
myself.
h4. I liked that move on a dark square there. And he doubled back. He undoubled and doubled back there. That's pretty funny. And then he's gonna play bishop c2 or maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
And then this. Okay, he did. Yeah, he played f5, king f7. This is a pretty solid configuration for black. Yeah, but still, he does have to worry about the h pawn. So
I was wondering about that.
it's not like white can't do anything.
But I mean, they have it covered, right, with the rook.
Yeah. But you might want your rook to do something active then.
That's true. Then babysit.
So, yeah, babysitting. Draw. They already drew. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Big draw.
So that's it for the game. Here he comes.
Here she
Here comes the pawn. Here it comes. Engine says bishop f6.
Huh. It's not an expected move for me.
I thought it was weird. Hey, we did the ad.
We did do that.
You did? Did
Yeah,
you do the markers?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who read it? Both of you?
Just Karen.
I did it.
Ooh, that's good. Now you can do the game review of Radjabov and
Right. Can you play blindfold? I don't know that game.
so he played bishop e5.
Oh, sorry.
Instead of bishop f6, the engine. He just played it as you sat down.
Yeah. One of those endgames that we looked at might happen where you're winning this and trying to draw that endgame.
Right.
Let's see what happened here. Rook back to d2, knight c5. Yeah, it's looking pretty drawn. And then Firujanaka, f5, g3, king f7. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have 3 draws, and Ding's either going to win or draw against report.
Yeah.
A solid day. Although, yeah, reports exchange sacrifice may backfire. Never play f3.
Probably g4 is the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But, I would probably play rook g8. But you could even play bishop g5 then. Or you could just still play g4, right? Because it's check when you take back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe black could get counterplay with e5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, e5's the engine move.
Yeah, then when you play g4, if fg, then at least I'll have a passed e pawn.
Mm-hmm.
But I could also play like g4, f4. Yeah, what's the stream sitch there? Oh, yeah, e5 was suggested there by the chat
Starting
too.
to drop frames again.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah, come on, quit it.
Yeah, stop dropping frames.
Having some internet issues.
What's a good square for Hikaru's rook? I don't know. Go internet.
Yeah, come on.
I can't tell. I think we're still going.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Seems fine.
But it was
Yeah,
It
we're
was
dropping
freaking
frames,
out,
and
yeah.
we weren't dropping
Yeah,
frames before.
That
We
buffered
just
a little
started.
bit.
Well, hopefully it'll clean up its act a
Yeah, he
little
played
bit.
Rook
you know.
H8. That'll stop G4.
H8's a good square for Hikaru's rook.
Yeah, now after Rook H1 to play G4, we play Rook G8.
It's not
Then,
check.
then it says Rook H3, which is a strange move.
Right. I guess you'll just play H5.
And then it says
but yeah.
Bishop E1. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this shouldn't be any problem for black. White's play is, how you say, inelegant. Yeah, it's getting down to all zeros.
Yeah, maybe white should move the king up. But there's also this idea for black to play F5, F4.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something white wants to prevent.
Yeah, I think white has to play Rook H1 here.
Well, I was thinking about Bishop G5. Seems like a legal move.
I could still play F4.
And G4, knight E3.
G4, yeah.
Yeah.
G4 I forgot about. And Dre.
Much like Dre, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bishop G5 is possible.
Or maybe like King G6. It's freezing. I can still play G4 though. So I like it. Magnus would squeeze this with white. That's pretty true. Yeah, it seems like the frames are okay now, yeah. It was just for a second there. But we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Not a lot of moves in the games. Yeah, what happens after Bishop G5? E5.
Alright, white doesn't really want to play on the queen side here. He's got less pawns. He wants to make his pass pawns going.
F4. Bishop's trapped.
Yeah, I saw this. You could even play F4 first, then G4, E5, right? You know, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, play F4 here.
Yeah, then G4, E5. Yeah, or knight E3 would be right. But anyways, at least I got two connected pass pawns. Not that I'll ever move them, but. Okay, I like white, you know.
If the engine's saying that this is a drawing line, then it's just repeating.
I can't get in there. What if I tried to trade rooks? E4 might be, and also knight E2 and such. Yeah. No,
Here,
this is losing probably.
Yeah, just
knight E2.
E4 is winning.
Yeah, or E4, right? Because G4 is even hanging. This is even a sacrifice. Oh yeah, and Bishop G5, EF, Bishop F4, F2.
Yeah, this pawn is pretty quick.
So anyways, black has enough resources, yeah, to comfortably hold it.
Yeah, black's position looks very reasonable.
E5, if rook E1, I could just protect my E-pawn with anything.
Oh, in this position?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah. You're not afraid of the pin or anything.
I'm not afraid.
Although Bishop F4? No, knight takes and then rook H4, I guess.
Yeah, this is winning for black.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good for black, yeah.
Yep, all roads lead to equality unless one side goes crazy. Okay,
Never
Ding
moves.
hasn't moved.
They
They
traded.
They traded some pieces. Always play Bishop
that.
F1.
I thought it would be Bishop C2, but I forgot about always play it.
Now it says E4 is a draw.
E4 looks correct, yeah.
Yeah, because my king can move up.
Yeah, and the structure's terrible for white on the king side after that.
Yeah, this seemed like Duda didn't have any problem this game.
Agreed, yeah.
Back to the lock with you, Nessie.
Usually Fabi has very special Najdorf prep, but it seems like he just did the normal thing and even did like an unusual move order and didn't really get anything out of it.
No.
That's very unlike Fabi. Usually everything's super precise and intricate idea, difficult to figure out.
Yeah, instead he just prepped into this drawn endgame.
Yeah.
He did play bishop g5 as recommended by Spencer.
Mm-hmm. This is the first classical matchup between Alireza and Hikaru. Might be. I don't know. I can't think of a game.
Yeah, because Hikaru's not playing a lot of classical chess.
Right. Yeah, I think it too. I mean, it is. So nobody will move on this board.
This game's the most likely to be decisive.
Definitely. By a mile.
And it's only like a one-way street. Either Ding's going to win or draw.
Yeah. It would be a huge blunder to lose it. That's the only way.
Can you plug my phone in?
Yeah.
You're probably full by now.
Yeah, total. Almost, but yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Man, they're interviewing Fabi and he's still playing.
Go Fabi.
I might look in the storage room for a moment
Mm-hmm.
and then come back when there's a move.
Well, then you'll never come back. Here we go. Naka played c4, keeping the white king out from ever going anywhere.
Plus, he can try to get a pass pawn on the queen side eventually.
Now the engine thinks after g4, white's a little bit better.
G4 seems like the move.
Then b5 and so
B5,
forth.
right. Maybe you could just play a5, b4, c3. I don't know why, white shouldn't be too much better there. He probably just thinks it's fine. I like to put all the pawns on light squares too, That's got to be a good idea. I like c4.
Explosive.
Yeah, definitely.
But not too explosive.
Why does Naka always have knight versus bishop? Yeah.
He likes those knights.
Those crazy knights.
Even when he doesn't have it. Isn't f4 in Ding's game winning now?
Yeah, I was looking at that, but you could even play knight e2 maybe?
f4, is it winning for black? Yes.
Yeah, knight e2 should win.
Yeah, knight e2.
You could trade rooks.
Rook
And
takes,
take the f pawn.
and then takes. Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe black's winning here. So that answer your question is maybe. So yeah, he won't play f4. Yeah, the engine still wants to play bishop a6.
Always trade.
I don't know, it feels like in the Hikaru game that now that they're going to get to connect to pass pawns or...
Are you like Farouja's position?
Yeah.
Yeah, black will have a pass pawn too, maybe.
Like if he goes g4.
Mm-hmm. You are correct.
So that would worry me.
Yeah.
Because then he can take with check. If he takes.
Right, he wouldn't take that.
No,
He
yeah.
would just
Right.
leave this alone
Yeah.
and start pushing his own pawns.
Yeah.
Then we'll see rook and bishop versus rook.
Possible. Definitely possible. Also possible, but not as likely as rook and knight against rook.
Mm-hmm. Even more drawn.
Yeah. Although Magnus beat Leami that way. Rook and knight against rook, I think.
Yeah, all these positions are sort of equal. Except this one. Go Ding. End report. Should I do a recap of Radjabov Nepo or not yet?
How many 3 games are still going?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to miss any moves.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's up to you. We're getting close so it's your call. I mean, it's not unreasonable to do it. I usually wait till 2 are down.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep it here. See if White gets anything on the king side.
I mean, he'll I think just almost 100% play G4.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of weird to play any other move. What are you gonna do? King C2 doesn't even make sense.
Play Rick E1 to stop E5.
Yeah.
Not that we want to stop that, but maybe we do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got plenty of time to think about it. He's an hour on the clock still.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're on move 30, and the car was 22 minutes to an hour 20 for Fallujah.
Good old Fallujah.
Ding's thinking a long time after bishop E5. And Duda's thinking a long time here. Pretty equal. But White played king B1 and bishop F1, so go Fabi.
Even though he did play F3, though, don't forget.
He's trying to make up for it the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I was so jealous. Nemo's playing in the World Series of Poker.
And she made it to day 2 of one event.
I know.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Day 2's tough. I mean, day 1's tough, so. And getting to day 2 is tough.
Yeah.
Go Nemo. AKA Nimsco. Also, she, you.
She who?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was happy to see she continued.
No moves have happened in quite some time in any of the games.
I'll probably go, like, I don't know, get more coffee if there's any.
I think there's still some left, but it's...
Just, like, kind of boring. All right, I'll go back on up for a minute.
Should I take the front row?
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe I'll go to the restroom. I don't want to miss anything.
I am 27, just got into chess. Is there any chance
Okay,
I can
that's a
get
good
good?
idea.
Yeah.
What, sweetie?
That is a good idea.
I was just reading the
Oh.
chat.
All right, I'm going to go to the restroom while there's nothing going on.
Mhm.
I'll be right back. And then continue this Father's Day candidate.
Go Father's Day candidates round.
None of the guys from Fathers. They have Fathers maybe.
Go Reddit. I'm trying to find a move, but I can't find one. Nobody ever moves. So we have one game drawn so far, Radjabov against Nepomniachtchi. And we have 2 games that are probably going to be drawn, Fallujah Nakamura and Caruana Duda. And Ding Liren is probably like 50% win, 50% draw against Report. Fallujah has an hour time advantage, and he's slightly better. So he has some chances also. But Nakamura seems pretty confident. If it's a draw, it'll be Nakamura's first draw of the tournament. Fallujah has tons of time, so he can think as long as he wants for the next 10 moves. Just recently got out of his prep. See if the chat has anything interesting to say. How am I? You know, I'm here. I'm good. Best chess player hasn't been world champion? Yeah, maybe me. Probably not. I'm rooting for nobody. I have watched The Wire. I watched the first few episodes of the first season, couldn't get into it. Sponsoring a lecture is a Karen question. Email Karen at atlchessclub.com. I never read books. My shirt is nice, thank you. Magnus would be the favorite in this tournament. Not sure what his chances of winning are. 55% maybe. What's the opening I hate facing the most? I can't tell you because then you'll play it against me. When I come back from the World Open, I can do recaps of the rest of the rounds? Probably not. These questions are shallow and pedantic. Knight takes g5 is just his preparation. Standard piece sacrifice to try to pin the knight on f6. Whose turn is it? I don't know. How come you didn't answer my question? Should I answer that question? If I come to ATL, will you play me? No. I will get a restraining order, though. Do I have any tips for not getting bummed out on a losing streak? No. Why can't we move our king up? Thanks, Sand V, for the subscription. A hype train is close. What's the best season of The Simpsons? You know, somewhere in the first 7. Can you do a lecture, tell everybody how terrible they are? I've already done that. More than once. Do you ever miss living in Michigan? No. All right, G4 was played. Go G4. So Firouzja got his king side going. But where's it going? All right, let's see here. Still no moves from Ding. And we have king e6 from Report. Taking away the e6 square for his knight and walking into the skewer. But I guess he wants to play f5. So he literally doesn't care. Yep, this is also equal. Stops rook d6. Defends all the key squares the rook can infiltrate. Prepares to play f5. Just equal. I mean, if I was playing in a tournament, I might want to have black here. But the engine just says it's equal. Which opening do you like to see? Well, it is Father's Day, so. Yay! Dirty Halvard, 500 Centadu starting the train. Another train. Fabi's bishop is great. It's on f1.
Yeah. Yeah, chat doesn't seem to know that bishops are better than knights.
They do not.
They're like, I like black in both games. He's a knight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
If only I could mock them more.
So he did play b5 Nakamura.
Mm-hmm. And G4 and b5, right?
Mm-hmm. G4, b5. Very mirror-esque. And here we have no moves.
It's the same guy talking about the buffet, huh?
Yeah.
Come on. A story that may or may not have happened. Even.
Mm-hmm. Illustrious Bird subscribed. Good. Good. I wonder if it's Larry Bird. Could be Sue Bird.
Well, anyways, it's the word. That's all I know.
The bird is the word. Yay, it's Father's Day. Have I ever been to Israel? I have not. But I've been to Dubai, so that's close enough.
If it says like that, it says working bishops like plus something, but it might be like +2.
Well, they're table-based positions, so...
Yeah, a lot of engines
Yeah.
can draw that from the table base too. Yeah, but you could have one that doesn't. You know.
What's the least well-known country you've been to? There's countries that are not well-known.
Oh, they're definitely less well-known countries.
Not ones I've been to. Maybe Georgia.
What about like Luxembourg?
Yeah, people don't know about
Pretty
Luxembourg.
unwell known.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I mean, I'm doing the best I can.
I mean, Luxembourg or Georgia, I guess. Georgia is a state, not a country. See, there you go.
That's true. Every country is unknown. Well, not the United States of America. So there you go. The only one that matters.
Hooray, America. Man, things taking a long time this move.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty critical moment.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's a king e6 in that other game?
Yeah, you play king e6. Wants to play f5.
Yeah.
All zeros.
f5, e4. King e5, etc.
And black wins.
Right.
Yay, 300 cents to dues. Thank you.
Dirty Halvard again.
He's doing me dirty.
Now, Texas is like the size of a country. But if I lived in Texas, I would just go to Cancun, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's a New Mexico? You're thinking of New York.
The most likely decisive game is this one
By a
between
mile,
Dinglerin and Richard Report. He played
I
A4.
stood up because a lady entered the room.
That's no lady, that's my wife. A4 was played.
All
The
right,
engine
come
says that's a
over.
good move.
I'm ready.
Put the OBS on the front.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
And I can't.
I can watch my own feet.
All right. Well, don't get mad at me if I run over you.
Okay.
What all did I miss?
Nothing.
Not too much, yeah.
So let me talk about my records for a minute. So Kate Bush, a British singer-songwriter, is popular again because of the show Stranger Things that I don't watch. But I'm a huge Kate Bush fan. So I was pulling out all my Kate Bush stuff, and I can't find the interview picture disc. But anyway, I got to show off my stuff. This is is a promo of Running Up That Hill.
I didn't think Karen would be showing off her bush on the stream, but man.
And I don't know why I saved the CD. I got to show off all my Kate Bush stuff.
Thanks,
real
Dirty
quick.
Halvard.
Oh, go to hell, Bonarici.
Right, come on, Bonarici.
Okay, so these are all of my Kate Bush singles. I mean, these are very rare. I mean, I can't even imagine that anybody has these. Nobody out there has.
Kate Bush might have them.
But I can't find the picture disc. So that was disappointing. And then here's what I found when I wasn't even looking. I actually found my Bowie singles. These are so cool. These are so cool. Now, just admit it.
Whoa, those are cool.
I mean, these are just beautiful I'll show off a couple more.
Yeah, really nice.
Love these. Collector's items.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a really great record collection,
Really
but I
good.
can't find my Kate Bush interview disc, picture disc. So then I started thinking maybe I imagined that it was vinyl and it's maybe CD format, but I can't
Did
find
you try
it.
to give these to Kramer and Newman to sell for you?
No.
Yeah,
Okay, here.
Vinyls are great.
Right, we can put them. Thank you. Well, don't put these on top of those.
Oh.
Okay.
How about like that?
Perfect.
Where do you want me to put them?
Just
over
on the
here?
little
Yeah.
side table. Thank you.
The
It's just
side
hard.
table's pretty crowded.
Yeah, but I
Let's
can
make a
do it.
hole.
All right, it's like football, you know.
Anyway,
I like how she's an archer in that one, just like yourself.
yeah, I gotta find
He's
the
an
interview
archer.
disc. These are great for those that have taste, not Bonarici.
Oh, burn. True burn.
I love Kate Bush. I'm glad the world finally sees how wonderful she
So he
is.
did make a move.
Who did?
Yeah, he played A4.
How long did he think on that? Can I see the thing?
Yes. 26 minutes. Yeah, 26 minutes and some seconds.
Okay.
The engine says that's good.
Long time, huh? That was his longest think of the game, according to those bars.
Yeah.
I've never sung Kate Bush at karaoke because the only one they have, I'm just joking, Bonarici. The only one they have there is Running Up That Hill, which is an okay song. It's not my favorite. And her voice is a bit higher than mine, too. So, you know, it's not quite right. I love her music, though. Great lyrics.
No move from Fabi. And he played rook to D1, threatening G takes F5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the engine just wants to take on G4. Seems like you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I would probably consider King G6.
Yeah.
No, Wuthering Heights was a huge hit in England, but it wasn't a big hit in the U.S., and so they don't have that one.
Thanks, Dirty Halvard.
Yay, Dirty Halvard.
For crazy questions and 300 cents to do.
Yay, Dirty.
Yeah, what is mind? Never matter. What is matter? Never mind.
Yeah, Kate Bush is hard to sing.
Yeah, White has his winning chances here.
Totally,
He's going to get his 2 passed pawns. Karen was right as usual.
Yeah.
Wait, listen, what happened?
None. White's going to get 2 passed pawns on the king
That's
side.
what I said. That's worrisome.
Yeah, I was the first one to want 2 pass pawns.
I thought C4 was cool, but, you know, now you're allowing this other thing that's not so cool. So I was just a little worried about it. So.
And that would be awful if Hikaru loses.
Well, I just questioned that decision.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tori Amos okay, but I felt like she was somewhat Kate Bush derivative, I guess. But I know she did her own thing, too. I like her all right.
Thank you, Jace.
She has a couple of good tunes. Yeah, Running Up That Hill is like a bit, B minus compared to my favorite Kate Bush tunes.
Is Naka gonna get an actual time trouble? He's pretty,
It's
pretty close.
32.
Yeah, I mean he'll have to think for a long time here to get into time trouble.
See if any moves have been made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's a move.
C4, explosive.
But what about B4?
That's the engine move.
Yeah, that's the positional move, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I know a lot about positional chess. You have to admit.
I won't admit it.
Admit it.
I admit it.
But I was thinking about this move earlier, is why I was like, that's just B4.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he wants D5 for the rook, right?
Yep.
So that makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of C4.
Seems anti-positional.
I don't like it.
And quickly played B4 as expected.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just a bad bishop, honestly.
I
Oh.
congratulated Danya in person last night for him
Yeah.
being New York Times columnist.
Yeah, we got to go to dinner with all the Charlotte people, including Don Naroditsky, Dominique, Peter, Virginia, Maya, my kids, Spencer, bandmate.
What? I didn't count as your kids?
You did, but did I get everybody? Yeah, it was
Probably.
fun.
King C2 was played by Fabi. Yay, thanks, Finegold.
Yay, thank you, Finegold.
He played that really quickly, King C2.
I do remember the damned vaguely Finegold, but I can't recall them so much.
So maybe he wants A3, and then if BA, B4. But if A3, maybe B3. But he might not care. He might say King C3 is good.
Probably just A5 if A3.
Right. But then, I don't know, Rook D1. I don't know. Just trying to understand his play, really. Can't really put it together.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Radio Martin, Kate Bush has never been huge in the U.S., but she was more fancied by people that liked alternative music in the 80s and 90s. And I know she was bigger in England, Europe.
Thanks, Smooth Makeup and the Zashi.
When she went on tour, when I believe it was 2015, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, she sold out within 2 days. I was going to go to England to see her. I couldn't get a ticket. That's why I didn't go.
Well, B4 stops white from playing B4, and the knight on C5 is cemented there forever, and the bishop is blocked by the C4 pawn.
Mm-hmm.
So this setup is just like good for black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, the Zashi, and thank you, Smooth Mike P, for the subs, if you weren't thanked. I was waxing.
Danya got
poetic.
the largest dish on the menu, it seemed.
He got a salad, and then
Yeah.
he got
It was
tofu
noodles.
with noodles.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a soup.
The
Yeah.
service wasn't the greatest, but I thought the food was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the food was delicious.
I don't remember what he got. It had shrimp in it.
That was the first thing.
salad.
Oh, that was
yeah.
the salad. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you got tofu with noodles.
Oh,
Yeah,
Vice
that's what it
versa,
was
some
called, like
soup.
noodle. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
called something just like that. Noodles tofu soup.
yeah. I barely know Patti Smith. At least she has like one hit I know, maybe. But I don't dislike her.
Ding is ultra winning now.
King G7, it just doesn't like,
Ooh,
I
what
guess.
a blunder.
No, why
It
not?
just says it's bad. I
Well,
don't know
he
why
was just
it's-
making a move.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so bad.
That's
It's
all.
alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just make a move.
Yeah, the engine hates that move.
What's the line?
King F1.
Okay. King F1. It must be preparing F4. No, right? I don't know.
Wants to play Queen E3 and H6 check.
What's the move after King F1 though?
For black,
Yeah,
it says Queen E7.
I don't understand that move either.
Like
Queen
Queen H4 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, reroute.
And then what's the answer? Sorry, to Queen E7. You said I forgot.
Yeah, Queen E3 threatening the knight.
Uh-huh. Mm.
It just takes check.
Yeah, but White loves this. Is why he played A4. He
Right.
never minds to see Knight takes
Mhm.
B5.
Yeah, it's terrible for black.
AB is so good. He's winning on every part of the board,
Yeah, Ding's playing well this
and
game.
he's up material.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
Rapport is a terrible opponent for Ding. I mean, for Rapport, you know. It's bad for Rapport. He plays
Mhm.
too creatively, and Ding just calculates so accurately.
Yeah, it looks like Richard's going to get dinged this game.
Yeah.
And then when the game's over, he'll say, dang.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll go back to Romania or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Naroditsky is going to be commentating the candidates soon. He's finishing a camp at the end of the week, I guess. Friday he'll go over there.
What happens after King F1 if he takes this knight? Queen takes.
This is one reason for King F1. It's not check, so you could take D8 now.
Wow, Queen G5. What a move.
Threatening mate. No,
Yeah,
not
threatening
quite.
H6 and
But
Queen
it wins
takes.
the queen and such, yeah. Wow. Queen G5. Ignoring, like, the hanging knight even. You know, like, but just
Mhm.
threatening everything.
Yeah.
H6 wins the queen. And mates, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is crushing. Yeah, he won't.
Yeah.
I mean, will he play King F1, really? I mean, Ding could play that kind of move.
It won't refresh on its own. You have to manually.
Well, that gets rid of all of our side variations that it stays in, like, side variation mode, you know? It's
Oh,
like
I
where it's
see.
grayed out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I didn't know why it was refreshing. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, King F1's +4, it says.
Is King F1 the only winning move, asks Just the Box. It's a good question.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. It hasn't moved since King C2. Dude is probably like, what is Fabi doing? He did play GF. Now everybody has passed pawns, but White's got one for each Gia. H? Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about this for a second. Rook G8. Must be not H6, right? I can take and play King G7.
Yeah, I can
Check. And then H6 if King E8. H6. Yeah. Then takes H7.
Mhm.
That's nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Rook
bad for
F1
black.
check, yeah. Yeah, that's a key move. Otherwise, you could play King G7 in that line. You have to check the king off 1st, you
Mhm.
know. Wow, tricky move, H5.
Yeah, I think he should play B4.
Naka might not have expected that. He might have thought that wasn't right. But still, it's okay for black. Maybe Naka expected it. It's not beyond his purview, really.
Mm-hmm.
This game got interesting quick.
Yeah.
Ding's still thinking, and Duda's still thinking. Yeah, of all the players, Naka's the one who may get in time trouble. He's
Right.
34 and he's got
Yeah.
13 minutes.
Right, he's getting close.
There's plenty of time.
Right, but he's still a couple more things. And
He played Rook G8. After check, he has to play King G7.
or he'll check guaranteed. There's no other way to protect this stuff. So he already saw this. That's why he instantly did it. And the computer says brilliant move because it's the only move.
Ooh, King E8, bad move.
Oh! What?
Yeah.
Yeah, H6.
Mm-hmm.
If only Naka understood.
Yeah,
the
you said
position
he
like
had
I
to
did.
play King G7,
Mm-hmm.
and now I see why.
He played H6, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We predicted. Oh, he has Rook F8. Okay. Right.
Yeah, but the engine doesn't like this for black.
But I could see why he thought this was good, though. What do you do? Rook H1?
Could take and play Bishop D8.
Whoa. Oh, Bishop D8's a really annoying move. Because you don't want to play A4. That would be horrible.
Right.
Wow, taking a Bishop D8.
Yeah, I'd be worried about this with black.
No, I mean, I think that this would look good if not for that line, though. Well, still, the connected pass pawns are always scary, no matter what.
He should think a while here. He's got tons of time.
Yeah. I mean, Hikaru could have easily missed this when he played Rook G8. That here you could take and play Bishop D8.
Yeah, I should see that.
Yeah, he should. Yeah. He's pretty good. But maybe he's trying to play quickly, you know, so he doesn't get in where he has 5 minutes for 5 moves. You know?
Well,
It was difficult. He's approaching time pressure.
let's see other games. He hasn't moved yet after King G7.
Right.
And Black hasn't moved after King C2.
Yeah.
So this is the only game where they're making any moves.
I mean, yeah, this is likely to be decisive now. Well, I don't know. Still kind of on the cusp.
Now it likes Rook H1 better.
Oh, yeah, that's my move. But I don't know. I mean, that looks good just because you'll have to play Rook H8 later. Hey, that's got to be good. But
Yeah,
I can
play
never
Bishop,
get my bishop
C1 and G5.
Right. But I'll play
Yes.
King F7.
Yeah, but 2 pass pawns, Karen.
Right. Even though it's my idea, but okay.
I didn't steal it from you.
No, I know.
I mean, it's a pretty obvious concern.
Yeah.
I did like the being aggressive on the other side, but I feel like we'll see what happens. So,
He played A5. Duda played A5 from A6. Show you guys. The engine wants to play this repetition, Rook D1, knight here, and check and back. That's the engine line. And white played B3.
Wow.
Seems like Fabi's playing for a draw.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Because he can't do anything now.
Right. Yeah, B3 is just trying to make the position blocked everywhere, and it's a draw.
wrapping it up, tying it up.
Gonna wrap that gavel up. Gotta wrap that.
Yeah, I wonder if Fabi thinks he has to play for a draw instead of playing for a win. It seems like he's doing.
Well, now he does. Now he does. Putting all his pawns on light squares.
Mm-hmm.
That's really passive. I don't know. I'd be pretty ambitious with black here. I can see a lot of ideas. F5, E4.
Mm-hmm.
Could even maneuver the knight, even though it's already great.
I mean, I have the D5 square for my rook, so I should always be okay.
Yeah, right. And that's why he played C4 in the first place.
Mm-hmm. He's still thinking after rook F8. He has plenty of time to think. And Ding's still thinking after King G7. Or I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Can you put it back on the Nakamura game?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look at that for a second.
Which game? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Nakamura.
Then you can move to the front.
Alright.
I lost my phone.
I plugged it in, right?
Oh, yeah. Good enough.
Did you want to take it?
No.
The chat made it seem like taking and bishop d8 was okay for black, but I don't know. It seems tough. Anyways, rook h1's the engine move and my original suggestion, so you know it's good.
So if they did take and then bishop d8 and then they go a4 like you were talking about.
Yeah.
So then.
Or your 3 against 2 is kind of dead now.
Right, because
Still could
if
try.
they push, then it splits their pawns.
Oh, Chess by Sophie's rating.
Yay!
Thank you, Chess by Sophie.
Yay! Thank you, Chess by Sophie.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks like very scary for black with the pawns, and then you got nothing here now.
It's almost like a Zutzwang. I mean, they'll be forced to do it if they don't want to do it.
But the bishop can't approach the diagonal is a problem. I can't go here. I can't go here. I can't go there. I could go there, here, but then here you could take it, potentially.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, because you'll lose the king and pawn endgame. Well, you might not lose the king and pawn endgame, because let's say I go up and do this, and my pawns are like that, you go wham! Then any way I take, you get a pass pawn.
Right.
So a king and pawn endgame could draw, like if it's this structure. That might be a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say. Because you got this pass pawn, and then this one when you go here. So yeah, bishop h4 to g3. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. That's the way to do it, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the way you do it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but still, if I'm on the light squares, how does your king approach, right? Goes all the way over here. I'll probably play this by then. It should be a draw, yeah. Yeah, it should be a draw. But black is still trying to find the ideas to hold. So rook h1's a better try then. Also rook e1 potentially is a move. But I like rook h1.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. How does black stop the pawn? Right, he has to put his rook on this passive square.
Mm-hmm.
And hope that they can't attack it with the bishop ever. But if my rook's here, I can't play bishop h4 anymore. Because it'll lose the pawn. Also, the engine may be rook g1 now. Oh, what? Oh, then even rook c1. It keeps making random rook moves. That's pretty funny. It's at depth 47. You'd think it would know a thing or two, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But still doesn't know. Yeah.
Why is it only giving one line? Can't you make it
Yeah, I could.
do some...
Like this.
Yeah. That's bad.
One line is faster, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, as a programmer, you would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but since we got all this time.
Right,
so
right.
Let's see what's...
We have all day here. Yeah. Yeah, rook to pretty much any square will do. There is a kid that in Michigan that my dad taught for just a little bit. And every time his queen was attacked, he would just touch his queen, you know, because it's touch moves, and he has to move it. So, like, Farusha could do. They could touch his rook. You're not gonna hang it with check.
Would the kid do that just because they were afraid that they wouldn't?
I guess they were afraid they would forget. Yeah. Well, only with the queen though. Like if you attacked his rook, he wouldn't care that much. I'll hang that sometimes.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm sure they're all tired out.
Let's see if anybody else moved. Oh, so I was thinking about this. He'll remove the knight here, so that when you play rook d5, I could play rook c5. If I wait like for you to play rook d5, then I'm pinned. Although not really, you could still do this. But anyways, knight b7, rook c5. Then he'll have to maneuver the knight around a bit. Let's see, where's he gonna go? Like this?
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a good idea. Yeah, Duda's just gonna play for the win now. Also, knight b7 covers the square. Because, when you move your rook up. You might not want rook d8 right away. So yeah, I think black's better after Fabi's decision to put the pawns on light squares. Something I would yell at my students for. multiply. The engine says 0.00, so maybe it's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Fabi could still play rook d5, I guess. After rook c5, you can't trade, though. You can't go into good knight against bad bishop. So you just move back. But yeah, he's playing for a draw now. He's set up solid and passive, you know.
It does seem like that.
Sack the pawn. Well. Yeah. Hikaru plays black again tomorrow. Wow, even on the rest day he gets black. Tough. Tough pairings. Yeah. Alright, so let's do the next one. He still hasn't moved. Things like, I don't like moving. My position's too good. If I move, then I might not be good. King f1 is the only completely winning move. Oh yeah, but Just a Box asked if if there's another move, and Queen h3 is also a winning move. It's +2.
I was looking at that.
All right, just to have some options here, and also get out of the way of this as well. And of course, the knight's still defended. So, oh, he played King f1. Exclam. I said he would too. Remember? That's the type of move he would play. A really solid prophylactic move based on a lot of calculation, and I also like it for positional reasons too, because you know you don't have a dark square bishop, and so you put everything on light squares. You know, that's how you do it.
Thank you, Finegold, for the 200 bits. Ironic that Just a Box asked about an only move.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Nice move, yeah. Nice move, really nice stuff. This is high level stuff. Rapport's in tough shape here. He doesn't have like a good tactical move, so the engine's sort of like just retreating or taking. Of course, he doesn't mind to see that. Oh, taking here just loses material, right? But you could play Queen e7 protecting and then take. Well, no, it's still pinned. So, yeah, it's tough. I can't even do anything with black, right? Not that I even want to take, honestly, because, you know, after AB, didn't really help. The knight's pretty good. You know, so if I could take even without losing material, it might not be right.
Well, we had the idea before about going Queen e7 and then Queen h4. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was the engine play there.
A while back when we talked.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you,
Mendax,
Mendax,
420. With Prime. Very nice. See, Ali Reza made a move, apparently. He did take, so he'll play Bishop d8 guaranteed, pretty much. Maybe not, but seems good.
That seems right.
Force the guy to make an unsightly move. Unless he thinks it's not relevant. Then you can just move your king up. You know. Is that what Rapport's like? He did play Bishop d8 pretty quickly. Just a thought in a minute, you know, just making sure. A4 is the best move, otherwise it's +8. After losing here, it already sees how white queens by force, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. You're definitely good at queen then. Naka could have 3 decisive games, yeah.
This is move 38.
Right, yeah, 38. So he's got plenty of time for a couple more moves here. I guess he has to make 3 more moves. Yeah, the engine at first is very upset to play a4, but then it's now lowering the valuation the more it thinks about it. But you have to play a4 anyway, so he will play it. Doesn't matter if it's losing or not. Everything else is guaranteed loses. Well, I don't know, maybe this, but The move doesn't make any sense. I'll even just go here. So, yeah, you gotta play a4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems right.
This could still be a draw, yeah. This could still be a draw. But it's tough for black. It's tough for black.
Mm-hmm. You think it'll still be a draw, little St. James?
Yeah, potentially. A little surprised he hasn't played this yet. There must be another move. Because this makes no sense. If here I can take and go back, so... Not worried about that anyway. Yeah, the bishop's so fast, you can't do anything to get counterplay. Like, come on, I'm just defending and taking and attacking. You know, my bishop there. And if I take the pawn, I can just go into that king and pawn endgame we talked about before, because you'll never make a pass pawn then. If you don't have this pawn, you need it here.
Mm-hmm.
For that endgame to be potentially a draw. C3. What's the point of that if I just take this? Seems like no. Oh, maybe C2 in this or something? I don't know. Probably not, right? Always bishop D2, yeah. Bishop is really good. It protects everywhere. You know, it's a bishop. Well, not on the light squares, but everywhere else. Yeah. Right, the king and the knight and pawn make a nice barrier. But even still, you know, eventually black would like to do this, but there's no way if you have to play a4. But yeah, he's thinking about something else. Maybe some tricky c3 move. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it works. You know, normally I would be like thinking that it's potentially a relay error. Like they made the move, but you know, but that hasn't happened at all this tournament.
I don't know, unless he's going 93 to try to reroute, but that just pushes the pawn forward.
All right, then you still have to play
You
a4
still have
anyway.
to, right?
So,
But maybe he thinks that the knight needs to get over that way, and it might, you know, give him that one extra tempo. It's just one idea.
yeah, it's possible, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to know for sure. A4, G5, King G8. I don't know. Looks pretty tough. Do that.
And that's true. He does have a lot of extra time, so there's no rush. Certainly.
Hikaru does? I don't know. Doesn't have that much time.
No, I'm talking about Firouzja.
But yeah, Firouzja, right.
So,
Well, Firouzja's got all the time in the world, yeah.
yeah. I thought he was still talking about Firouzja. Mr. Hikaru's turn.
We can see, I mean, Hikaru's going to probably play A4, but maybe he's got something else. Now G3, almost threatening this, right? Pretending to threaten it.
What, because he can block it?
Yeah, F5.
Mm-hmm.
Should be. Alright, I don't know, maybe this after. Maybe Fabi is trying to win still. He's like, I got a protected pass pawn here, now I'm going to break over here.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess. Check G4 and such. But he wants to play Rook C5 anyway, so he probably will do that.
Oh, I see what you're saying, trying to learn. You're saying that even though Hikaru doesn't have a lot of time, he has enough to get to that 40 moves.
Well, he has to make 3 moves. He has to make move 40.
That's true. 3 moves.
Before getting the extra time.
Not 2. Who knows?
The shadow.
Hey, where should we go to lunch? I guess we have to leave it up to Ben.
Right, right.
I hope not Indian.
What kind of Father's Day would that be?
I
There's
know.
no Indian food.
I really don't want to go eat Indian food.
Well, we had Indian food 2 days ago.
I would love it if we could go
Yeah,
have
so why not?
Middle Eastern food at that place where I met Robin. Man, that was
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
Or-
were singing its praises.
Yeah, or there-
whatever it was.
Or there's a place also in Dunwoody. That's pretty good.
You played Rook D8, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Louise, how's it going? Rook
Yeah.
D8.
Yeah, as indicated earlier, a rook trade would generally help black because it'll be potentially good knight against bad bishop. However, trading the rooks makes the knight kind of sidelined.
Yeah, that's true.
And, well, I can't play c5, though. I was thinking maybe I could try to play c5 because king d5, bishop c4, but notice that the f-pawn's defended conveniently for black, so white could trade rooks but can't get away with this move yet, which would be great if we could, Engine says here is about equal. Yeah, probably I would just play like f5, like ignore it really. Like this is the engine line, yeah. This, right? Yeah, that's okay. It wasn't the move, but it's the same, yeah. Uh-huh. Then you lose this pawn. Yeah, so still have to calculate here, huh? To make sure that everything's okay. But rook d8 is generally a good idea to trade rooks for black. And it seems like it's working out. Yeah, definitely the Rolling Stones song has... many Rolling Stones songs have come into play there. Let's see, is Hikaru still thinking? Yeah, I mean, this is time pressure, though. He's under 5 minutes with no increment, and he has to make 3 moves.
Thank you, Luis. Happy Father's Day in Mexico. Yeah, it seems that he's about to be in some trouble, or he's in some trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation. He's in a pickle. He's in a pickle, but he can knock his way out of it, Yeah, that is true. He's approaching slow and old, right? He still isn't moving yet. He might be afraid that a4 loses. He's calculating some lines and thinks that they win. Then he'll try to search for complicated answers. And as we know, because we're using the engine, the second best move is plus 14. So there is no other answer. He has to play a4. It's absolutely forced.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I can't really make another move work, Brazen. Yeah, imagine if Hikaru cared, right? Yeah, I will be interested to see the tape here. How long did he think on this move? He did it. He bites the bullet. He thought for 10.5 minutes on the only move and played it.
Ben's upstairs just taking a little break.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
There it is. You see it on the webcam. And then instant g5, which the engine likes. Now king g8's the only non-losing move. Well, king f7 might not lose too. It said it lost, but then it changed its mind a little. But yeah, he'll probably make one of these moves to get on the white squares, right? I mean, king f7.
Yeah, he'll
That's
stay off
okay.
the dark.
Yeah, that's okay. I was trying to get where I get the 2 pawns like this. He did play king f7. Yeah, that's smarter. Wouldn't you want your king here?
Yeah.
Not there. And if he, yeah, I can't get where I have h7 and bishop f6. Then I win with both of those moves in. That's game over. Because then if knight takes, g takes, I win. You see? Do I win? Yeah. I mean, obviously, because I'm threatening to queen, right? Yeah. I was thinking if he could just sit still, but I'm threatening to queen already, so obviously
Right.
not. If the pawns were like one rank back, then maybe it's okay, but I'm already queening, so no. The king f7 is the best defense then, yeah. This is all working out. The engine says 0.5, so it's a draw. It's guaranteed. Well, unless it's some crazy study like when the engine doesn't see, but that's unlikely, since it sees millions of positions per second. So Nakamura found the critical defense, and he only has to make one more move even. So he should be like more or less out of the woods, like for now. Not to say he can't still get back in the woods with some creative play by Fallujah. Yeah. Yeah. No, this is still a delicate position. You could definitely lose it, you know. A club player. If it was like two club players playing and I was watching it, I would just shake my head for the rest of the game. They'd make mistakes every move.
So,
Thank you, Yosef.
I don't really see a way for white to win it.
Yeah, the king can stop. I take this pawn, and then after here, I go there. That's why you need bishop f6 and h7.
Mm-hmm.
If you play... Okay. Whoa. But here? Wow, the engine didn't play h7? It was playing this and said that it was about equal. And now after h7, it says white's even more better.
I know, I see that.
Yeah, crazy.
I saw it. So it glitched out in some way.
No, I just thought h7 wasn't right, and then when it played it, it's like, whoa, that is good. That's all. Yeah, it didn't notice it was a good move.
Well, it should be checking all the lines. That's pretty basic. There aren't that many moves to do.
Oh, now it doesn't like it as much. Well, it just thought it wasn't... It looked at it. It looked at h7 and thought it wasn't good. Then when you play it, it can see more moves. You know, it sees a lot more when you play half a move. But now it's now back down to half a pawn. Mm-hmm. But okay, it's back up, and it doesn't even know. It doesn't even know, yeah. But if you play half a move, it gives it a lot more.
Well, once you've played it, it's going to look
yeah.
at it more than if you haven't played it. I mean,
Right,
that's
course,
obvious,
yeah.
but I'm just saying it
C3
seems
forced, by the way.
to not be working very well.
The engine just doesn't know. No, it's complicated, yeah. It just doesn't know. It's trying its best.
Yeah.
It's still not sure. It says +1. It might go down to half a pawn again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much resources the chess.com.
Yeah, my 22 cores,
get.
that would be...
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, C3 instantly was kind of weird because he had an hour to think about it.
Yeah.
But he already knew it was the only move. He's calculating this forever when he was thinking for 10 minutes on A4. And he probably saw this position and said, I have to play C3.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's kind of bad form to instantly play a move when you get to time control. But it is the only move, and it equalizes, so I won't criticize him too much. Seems like he has it under control.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, I have this exact same mouse pad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my sister sent it to me.
Oh, that's funny.
Crazy.
Ben ordered that one.
Crazy. I was like looking at it like thinking it was my mouse pad, and I was like, did I give you guys this
There
mouse
aren't that many choices on
Yeah, I
Amazon.
guess, for chess, yeah.
Because when I looked,
Yeah.
there was only that one really, and a bigger one that I got that I don't even like. So I was going to order that same one now too, just 'cause it's the only one there.
Right.
It is a nice one.
Yeah, you're right. It's depth 68. It says 0.00 finally.
Mm-hmm.
If takes, it is knight takes, and then knight back to d5. Because knight takes is check. So you don't have time for bishop f6 check, which wins. So yeah, Nakamura had to be sure that this is the drawing way before he played a4. Because that's not clear, and c3 was the only move, and you have to be afraid of this. So... Oh, Crispy wants to see the mouse pad. Here it is. It's chess related. Yeah, he knocked himself out of that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a nap going on.
Probably not, because he didn't take the phone. He would have taken it for the alarm, you know.
Maybe.
All right, let's look at another game for a minute now that this one Nakamura figured out the critical way. All right, they did trade rooks. These guys still need to make the time control, but they're both more comfortable on the clock here than Hikaru. And they're still playing rather quickly. Because he did this and then that. So even though he traded rooks, he lost 4 tempi to do it. I mean, even more if you count rook d8, I guess. But he traded rooks, which is good. And in the meantime, Fabi got his king active and has this idea that he's preparing as well. Or just g4 without the check now. So that's all that's changed. The engine says it's been equal the whole time, pretty much. Yeah, not a lot of... it's all green, huh? It's all green on the side here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't make a lot of mistakes.
This looks like one of my end games.
Yeah?
Yeah, things get kind of locked up and
Mm-hmm.
nobody can do anything.
Yeah, on the queen side, it's pretty locked down. But, I mean, a completely locked down queen side's good for black. Because that's where you've got the majority with white. So
Yeah.
now I've got a free majority. But going here, I guess will just never amount to anything. I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, let's say you do this and I just play f4.
Right.
Could try this. Yeah, I have to have my bishop here, and then I'll just move back and forth. I don't really like that defense, though. I'd rather take and attack the pawn or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or move my king up, you know.
Yay, thank you, Straxer, for the sub.
Nice. Did Ding win yet? Well, let's see. That's the most exciting game. So after king g7, he played the genius move. Knight takes is fine. Now queen d8's plus 1,000,000, and he played this, which is only plus 1, apparently. So this is a blunder, if true. He didn't think for very long. He thought for less than 90 seconds. His only quick move of the game, and it was a blunder. So this move wins, but he was afraid of something. Probably this, right? Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then this, right? We saw this line, remember? The queen g5 line. I forgot all about this, yeah. So he had to see this move, but he didn't see it. That's all. Or he saw it, but didn't think it was winning. But no, if you see it, it looks really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
With all the threats. But he probably was calculating this, right? And then after here, black is better.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got the threats. I'm the captain now. So that's why he didn't do that. He didn't see queen g5. Probably because he didn't think long enough. But he probably could have seen it earlier, too. Because he was thinking for a long time earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So he figured if I didn't see it then, I won't see it now. And just recaptured quickly. But yeah, takes and queen g5 was winning.
Right.
That was the only winning move was queen g5. The second best move was equal. And rook c1 was worse or losing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he was afraid of queen e4 in the battery, exactly. Yeah, only plus 1,000,000 because of queen g5, right? Now it's only plus 1. Bishop d4 is the best move, apparently. Doesn't seem like that's forced, right? But I guess it's stopping the rook infiltration. We don't care about the check on the back rank. And if the rook comes in, that's pretty annoying. So yeah, maybe he should play this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he did this. It's a tactical move, right? Because if you take here, he'll take e4. Although this is also hanging. The engine hates this. It says it's losing. a6. Yeah, I could take here and then take this. So what is the point? I mean, and then take this, I mean, after you take here.
Right.
So what's the point for black to give up the pawns? Or the 1 pawn, 2 for 1. Oh, this is hanging? I didn't see that. Yeah. So all the pawns are hanging. So then why is it winning now? Takes is probably not winning. takes, queen takes, queen e4, something else. Rook e1. Still, I mean, yeah, because then when you move your queen to protect your bishop and I take b6, you can't take a4 because your bishop's hanging. And your bishop is hanging. I'll play rook takes bishop because queen a1 check I can block with the rook, saving my rook.
I don't know, I lost track of it.
All right, so like here, I mean, this could all be wrong, but my point is that if you do this, I can go
Right.
here, and then I'll take your pawn without losing my pawn.
Oh, because it has to stay on the bishop.
Yeah. And like if here, the engine doesn't love this variation, but it says it's still good. You know, my point was that, although all of this is wrong apparently because bishop d4 was winning in the middle here, but my point was I have this move, you know, to block it. Bishop d4 is a fork, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Didn't see that one in the variation.
Oh, yeah.
So this is still very tricky. A6 is a tricky move, but it doesn't work out. Let's see, why is it winning then? Not... Is rook e1 still winning? Rook e1 is, like, kind of winning, but it wasn't the engine move. It wants here. Stopping this because your bishop's hanging. And also, trading queens, I guess, is just going to be a win. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, with these pawns, it's tough to defend. Because I'll attack your pawn. Like in an endgame, like let's say these are off the board. I'll attack your pawn. And then you'll defend it, right, with your bishop. Then I'll put my rook there on c6 and play a5. Because your pawn will have to defend your bishop. And you could play bishop d4, but then I'll play rook c4. Like imagine your bishop's there and I put my rook on c6. Then I'm threatening a5, winning your bishop or promoting my pawn. So you'll move your bishop away so that a5 you could take the pawn and not lose your bishop. But then I'll put my rook here, attacking your bishop again. And the only safe square is c5. Then I'll play a5. Because when your bishop's on c5, I'll play a5.
I can't picture all that.
Oh, okay, the rook is here, yeah. And the bishop's there.
Yeah, why don't you just go
so
through
then
it?
a5. Well, because, I mean, okay, I'll just play random moves then. Like here, for example. Okay. This was not a good move because it hangs the bishop.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, this position. Okay, so white's threatening here. You
Oh,
see?
I see. Yeah.
So
yeah.
then after here, this.
Yeah.
Now your bishop's trapped. Except you can go here, but I still go there.
Okay, I can see it now.
Or I guess you could try like this, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, I can win here. I can still defend, though. But I'm going to win this eventually. You can't hang on to this forever. I could play king d3, you know. Play some...
That's true.
You know,
King,
some
king
subtle
can
move.
get in there.
So yeah, anyways, the trade should win is the point. The trading the queens wins generally.
Right. Thank you for
Linder.
Linder, thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
Blarg.
Good old Blarg. So this all did happen after a6. He did trade or take it and trade the pawns. And now it's queen e2. You can also throw in this move. Rook e1's also good, but not totally winning. And by the way, instead of a6, which he also played pretty quickly, 52 seconds on a6, he should have played bishop d4 to stop rook d7. But that's kind of a scary move.
Yeah.
It's a little tenuous, but I guess you can't really attack the queen. Except with the queen. I don't know, yeah, that still seems like kind of tough. Or even queen c4, right? That forces a queen trade. Which black doesn't want, really. And that's why queen e2 is winning here. Because it forces a queen trade.
Right.
Well, it doesn't. You could go here, right? Or queen f5. Let's say you do it. It does like queen f5 the most, yeah. Yeah, this isn't necessarily immediately winning, right? +3 or so. But yeah, it's up the exchange for a pawn. And if you trade these pawns, it could draw. But anyways, he played rook e1 as I suggested. Not the right move, but still could be winning. But honestly, this is not a blunder, because you see in this line, after queen e4, queen e2, queen f5, the evaluation was like only +3. It started at like +7, but then it's like, okay, that's not +7, it's +3. And then here it's like +2. So Rook E1 wasn't a huge blunder, as the chess.com engine suggests.
Oh, yeah.
It's just complicated. You have to think about it longer, you know. But it maybe Queen E2 was better objectively, though. How many moves do they have? A lot of moves to go. They're only on move 27. So, well,
Yeah.
HG is the same as Queen E2. They just play HG then Queen E2.
Yeah, both have
Yeah.
played kind of slowly.
Right, they both played really slowly between moves 15 and 22. They both spent a lot of time on every move, like 16 minutes, 13 minutes, 15 minutes, 13 minutes, 7 minutes. I mean, every move they're spending, you know, between 5 and 15 minutes or even more. But now they don't have a lot of time, so they're playing a little quicker, yeah, because they don't want to be with 5 minutes and 10 moves to make.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to speed it up a little bit now.
Yeah, but now they're playing inaccurately. Where Ding was just playing super perfect every move before that. Queen D4 was the best move, according to the engine. Or pretty much even the only move. So yeah, Queen E2 didn't allow Queen D4. Queen D4 is great. It's a nice centralizing move. It hits this pawn and protects this pawn as well. And it's just great in the center. It can do anything. So that's the reason Rook E1 wasn't as strong, allowing this better queen placement than Queen F5 or F4.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Where the pawn's hanging.